Good evening and welcome to another episode of Blizzard Comedy's broadcast Avalanche, the web show that aims to answer the immortal question, is wokeness killing comedy? And if not, why not? Come on, gang, we can do better. That's the joke I was laughing at to myself. My name is Johnny Collins. I am a white non-binary person with long dark hair, a nose ring, and big bluey green kind of greyish eyes that are full of depression at the state of the world I can do nothing to save, anger because the people who can do something to save it are refusing to, and poorly applied mascara because I have no organizational skills and tried to apply it 5 minutes before we started. And also lust for some reason, but that's always there. Usually I start these shows off by recapping the major news events of the last month, but you know what? So little has happened in the way of news and politics this month that I actually couldn't find anything to work with. I mean, what exactly has happened this month? A fucking Tory leader facing a no confidence vote. No. Surely that was 2019. Surely that can't be happening to another completely different person less than 3 years later. Talks of another Scottish independence referendum. No, I was still in uni when that happened. That can't have been in the last month. Rail strikes to protest working conditions, layoffs, and real-term pay cuts. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize Margaret Thatcher was still in charge. American Supreme Court fighting against universal abortion rights for women and AFABs. None of this could have happened in the last four weeks, surely. Right, let's fucking go. In the news this month, a Google engineer has reported that an AI they'd been working on has apparently become sentient. The panic died down, however, when he realized he was actually just talking to Mark Zuckerberg. An 18th century cockroach was found in a slave trading ship ledger. We're not sure why Jacob Rees-Mogg, what Jacob Rees-Mogg was doing in there, but now he has been returned back to his worried family and all is well. The UK government has signed the Rwanda asylum plan, flying thousands of migrants across the English Channel in lorries or boats more than 4,000 miles on chartered planes to the African country. The UN has condemned this act as illegal and discriminatory under international law, which I think might be Priti Patel's safe word. No, I heard it. I'm sorry. Rapper Lil Wayne was denied entry to the UK and to perform at the Strawberries and Cream Festival. On the bright side, though, at least those Rwandan refugees are getting a fun show out of it. The Conservative Party has lost both by-elections taking place this month, one to Labour and one to the Lib Dems, which means that more Tory voters have confidence in the fucking Liberal Democrats than their own party leader, making it the first time that I have achieved orgasm since 2017. In other news, the Ministry of Defence has acquired the government's first quantum computer, leaving our country worryingly underprotected, as all the Ministry of Defence staff are currently busy porting Doom to it. The hottest day of the year so far has reached 32 degrees in some parts of the country, breaking the world record for 3 days in a row. To combat this, Priti Patel has suggested deporting the sun to Rwanda. And finally, the American Supreme Court has repealed Roe v Wade, meaning that for many American AFAB people, pregnancy will either leave them infinitely more out of pocket as they're forced to travel for hours or days to get to one of the increasingly few states which still allow and provide accessible abortions, and to many of those poorer AFABs, it could be a literal death sentence. So this obviously isn't great, but I do hope that now Roe v Wade has been overturned, the pro-lifers can move on to the next logical step in the pro-life rhetoric and campaign for universal health care, more restrictions and gun safety laws to prevent school shootings, and accessible welfare states to help the poor people survive. What? What do you mean that's not on your agenda? Oh, that's not what pro-life means. What does it mean? Oh, it's an abbreviation. What's it short for? It's short for proletariat lives doesn't matter unless they're not actually alive yet. Bit of a stretch, that one, to be honest, but it is the only logical explanation of the dichotomy in your morality system. Surely, if you're pro-life, that extends beyond the oppression and subjugation of women and AFABs being forced to give birth unwillingly, often at a threat to their own lives. So I do hope any pro-lifers watching this, which there won't be any, but if there are any pro-lifers watching this, particularly those who have legal or governmental authority, I hope you're able to change your mind at some point soon, either in the sense of becoming pro-choice, or just going so far against your pro-life rhetoric that you just kill yourself. But enough about people we'd be objectively better off as a planet without. Let's meet some people who are so fervently pro-choice they actually chose to be on this stream rather than any of the infinitely more fun things they could be doing today. Please welcome our team captains, Bobbie Jones and Tom B.
Hello.
Hello. On Bobbie's team tonight, we have Leslie Young-Burgess and Sean Davies.
Yeah.
Hello.
And on Tom's team, we've got the wonderful Daniel Innis and Eddie French.
Hello.
Hello, everyone. Fucking hell, got through it. That is possibly the hardest month I've had to make funny in quite a long time. Hope you're all doing okay. Yeah, I don't know where to start. Bobbie, let's start with you because you're the first person I can see on the screen. If you're from left to right, which I am, we're not a manga. How are you doing? How are things? Please describe your appearance for the sake of anyone watching.
My appearance, I look like a Sylvanian family bear if it was a massive tart.
I mean,
in all seriousness,
they always were when I was playing with them.
Yeah. I mean,
that just sounded like I was fucking them. I wasn't. Never mind.
No. What I used to do, because my niece has Sylvanian families, is I would strip off their clothes and then just make them dance around. We're like, "Hello, I'm naked Stephen," and then just for all of them. So in my experience, they're all quite tarty.
Fantastic. Is Naked Stephen going to be the name of your character actor next year's Fringe?
That's just yeah. Next long-term partner.
Naked Stephen.
He's always naked.
Oh damn! Damn that Naked Stephen.
You've given him a tagline. Naked Stephen. He's always naked.
Coming this autumn. Right. Just glad to change the subject, to be honest. Gonna put your links in the chat if I've not done that already. Let's get that now. So this is where you can follow Bobbie's comedy stuff. Anything you got coming up that you want to tell us about, or anything that you've done recently that
I won Quantum Leopard back in April, and I'm calling it a day. To be honest,
calling it a day, just finishing now. Yeah,
I've just been focused on other things, mainly the corporate lifestyle. Outlook, sending Zoom invites, lots of procurement, lots of payments. It's very, very boring administrative life, but somehow satisfying. I've got nothing coming up really. I might be at the Fringe for a couple of days if I can afford it. Yeah, I'm very laid back. It's all coming.
Well, that's fine. Well, when Bobbie is doing gigs again, you can follow them on the links I put in here. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and also a YouTube. I don't even know if you use that, but I found it when Googling your name. So,
I wouldn't look at that.
No, you wouldn't look at that. Do not look at that. Do not click that.
Don't. But I mean, my TikTok is a little bit more active. Do you have my TikTok?
I don't have your TikTok. Send that to me, and I will add that for the next time.
The one thing that's actually active is the one thing that I haven't provided to you. I'm a great comedian.
Don't follow any of these. All of them are pointless.
I don't even exist.
Happy to have you on the show. We're also joined by Tom B. Tom, how are you doing?
I am all right.
Good. Would you like to describe your appearance for
of course.
Lovely guests?
I am a white man with a...
Okay, well, now we put your appearance out.
There we go.
Sorry, carry on.
Got a large blonde beard. I've got long pastel pink hair and glasses and an age-appropriate jumper. I look like one of the Fairly Odd Toxic parents.
Okay, wonderful. So I feel like it's not been that long since you were last on this show. Where was it? Like April? I don't remember. But it feels like it's been a long time, but I don't think it actually was. So what have you been doing in the meantime? What have you got coming up that you would like to share? Even though I know the answer to at least one of these, because you're booked with us shortly. But I'll let that come out of your mouth first, and then we'll do the rest.
I've been up to bugger all. I've been keeping my head down and trying not to lose a day job because of comedy, because it has a habit of doing that. Yeah. But that's going well, and I've kind of like re-emerged, and we're just planning for the future. I'm not going to be at the Edinburgh Fringe this year because it is incredibly expensive. So what No Money in the Bank has decided to do instead is put on a possibly even more expensive tour in the last week of July, where we'll be popping around the country doing about Hour of Decadence in different cities with a different live band. It's going to be very, very fun. Despite not being in Edinburgh, we still have previews of solo shows 2 weeks on Thursday, is it, Johnny? On net, it's the 7th of July.
It's the 7th of July. It is a week on Thursday, actually. Yeah. So you should probably start writing that
now. How did you know? I've got a lot of concepts. We'll just join them up. It'll be fine. Yeah, that is on the. I forgot to update the thing. Okay, I will get the updated link. Do not put the one I just put in there because that is for last week. I'm so organized. But we'll get. You can book tickets to that show now. I will get that available for you shortly. But yeah, the tickets are free as all our shows. It's on the 7th of July in Gulliver's Northern Quarter. Doors at 7. Show will be kicking off around 7:30, and it's our shows from Tom B and Balthazar Dark. Is it your first solo hours? Yes, actually. Yep. Andrew's been previewing the Balthazar Dark show, rounding them out, and it's very good. I'm
really excited to see it. Yeah.
And then I'll be going on and talking for an hour about how I'm proper BPD mental and how horror films help. So it's going to be I've got a name like Psycho Cinematic and a poster, so now I have to do the show.
Now you have to do the show. Yeah.
Works.
This is me. I love doing all like the pre-admin, and then I realize I've not actually written the show, so I just stop after that. Lovely.
Get that show from the pre-admin. You have to be careful.
Yeah. Lovely to have you back on the show. We have quite a lot of new faces to this stream today. I'm really excited. First of all, we've got Leslie Ewing-Burgess.
Hello.
Your name right? Is that right?
That is. You got it all right. It's rare that people do.
That is good. Yeah, it would have been really bad if I hadn't checked that before we went live.
So I basically, upon starting comedy, I had a choice what I was going to call myself, and I decided to go for all of it for some reason, and I do not know why.
Well, just all names. That's
I feel like I'm too far in to go by anything else at this point.
Yeah.
I just got to commit to it.
Yeah, you do, absolutely.
Yeah. So.
Please. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was just about to say, are you going to say describe your appearance?
Yeah, that was my next question. Please do.
So yes, I'm a white woman with a green mullet with a pointy fringe. You can't see this, but I am 6'3". A massive human. Yeah, fucking huge. Yeah, and what else is there to say about me? I am. This is not that visible even on camera, but I do want to point it out because it's one of the best things I've ever done. I've made a T-shirt that is like the cover of "Let It Be" by the Beatles, but it just says Leslie and it just has 4 pictures of me on it.
Oh, that's brilliant! Oh, I love it.
So,
are you like selling that as merch, or is that just a thing you make?
It does exist. It's I put it up on Redbubble, so people can order it. I don't really get any money off of it, but I think there's about 12 people out there who have them, and I'm just really happy to know they're one of whom I don't know who bought one of them.
Right. When we eventually get you on for a live show, we're definitely going to buy that in bulk for our patrons. Oh, fantastic. Brilliant. So you have a lot of cool stuff going on. I've just put Leslie's link tree in the chat so you can check out some of the stuff she's doing. Also, this is the so we obviously Blizzard captain and regular Katie Mitchell. This is the infamous Leslie who the podcast is done with. So
hello.
Like that again, if you're not already following it, which you should be by now. It's been like the 12th time that we've plugged it on this stream.
We honestly record infrequently, but maybe at one point we'll get back onto a schedule.
Yes.
I'm the one, if you have heard it, and I'm the one who's not from Nottingham, I'm the Canadian one. That'll be me.
Yeah.
So in terms of things I'm doing, I am going to Edinburgh. I'm going there for the full month. So I'm doing a show from the 6th to the 28th, not the 15th or the 22nd. It's at 1:45 p.m. It's at Pilgrim Bar, which is that place on Cowgate that on the side of it says "Not all those that wander are lost." And my show is called Nebula, and it's just a bunch of nonsense. I don't have a clue what the through line is at the moment, but it's all the best stuff I've ever written. So it's just going to be really silly and only a little bit terribly existential. And so if you're in Edinburgh, please come see me. It's free, but also give me money, please.
I was going to say, like, I've never done a show in Edinburgh, and I've not been as a punter since 2012. Fuck, 10 years.
Oh my god!
But it is my understanding that kind of thing goes down really well in Edinburgh. So all the best luck with that. If any of you are going to Edinburgh, please do go check that out. We should probably do a Blizzard blog of all of our acts, the acts we work with are going to Edinburgh, so you can go see their shows. I'll pull that together at some point as well. But the links are in Leslie's link tree, I believe. any upcoming work in progress, as well as the comedy club that she runs. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so I co-run a comedy club with the comedian Andrew O'Neill here in London, where I live. It's in Tufnell Park, North London, Aces and Eights. I can't say words yet, which bodes well for the rest of the show for me. Aces and Eights in Tufnell Park, North London. It's called Troy Club. It's the second Friday of every month, and it's just basically we both really love alternative comedy. We're both alternative comedians, so we just get all our favorite alternative comedians to come down, do spots. It's all very silly and very fun. It's always a really good time. So, yeah, if ever you're around London on the second Friday of the month, please come to Troy Club. You will like it.
Bab, I assume there's not one of them in August if you're...
No, we're going to...
Edinburgh. Damn, because I think I am actually in Edinburgh for the second.
No, I think Friday, theoretically we might. We just need to... So Andrew has ADHD. I 99.9% have ADHD, but I'm undiagnosed. So we haven't planned it yet, but we've talked about the idea of maybe doing one. So, just... pay attention to my social media and you'll find out whether it's happening.
Do go and do that. I may be in London around that time. If there is one going on, I will definitely go to that. If not, then I won't, because it won't be happening. But I will definitely try and catch one at some point.
Just go hang out at Aces and Eights. Where is it?
Yeah. I'll be. I mean, it's a good pub in there. I think I went. Is that where? Because I think Andrew used to run a different comedy club, or the comedy club had a different brand, like back in 2014 or something.
That was down the road.
That was down the road. It was different.
I used to go. That was when I first knew Andrew, and so it was.
I knew it was like in Tufnell Park. I could not remember, and I think I've been to Aces and Eights for a different reason. Hey, it's a good pub. This means nothing.
It's a great pub. It's 1 minute from my house. It's just.
Oh, fantastic!
It'll just be over there.
That's pretty handy. I wish I still lived around the corner from where we run. Okay. But I decided to move somewhere cheaper and less in the middle of Manchester. So that's on me. Yeah, it is. But I don't regret it. Actually, thinking about it, much nicer. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show, Leslie.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. We've also got Daniel Innis, another first time out on this show. How are you doing, my friend?
I am very, very well. Good evening, all.
You have such a cadence to your voice. I really love it. Would you like to describe your appearance to go along with that majestic voice of yours?
I certainly will. I am 6'2". I am a black man with dreadlocked hair and a smoking hot beard like John Shaft. I am just about to turn 51, which is absolutely amazing because I'm proving now that black doesn't crack. And that's black doesn't crack, not black on crack or black sells crack. I can get a really, really good deal from my stereotypically named friend Leroy. He reckons that 60 quid a gram is very good, and here's me asking 6 white folks if that's a good deal.
Absolutely brilliant. Oh, thank you very much. Well, I've put Daniel's links in the chat. You have so that's Daniel's Facebook page for his comedy. What have you got? Anything fun coming up that you want to share with the lovely people here tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I jointly run and singly run 5 nights in Sheffield with the 2 marquee nights at Haggler's Corner and our own Cavern Club, which is the Yellow Arch Studios. That is the 3rd Thursday in every month is Yellow Arch. And Haggler's is the 1st Wednesday in every month. Haggler's is, it really is the coolest venue in Sheffield, but I am gigging up and down the country. I am going to Edinburgh, got 2 shows booked so far, but wanting to get a few more on the stand-up scene. I must say that I recently, and I've got to say this, otherwise he'll kill me because he's my new best friend, even if he doesn't like it. I just recently, even if he doesn't know it either, I've just recently gigged with the brilliant Angelos Epithemou, who was absolutely fantastic. Mr. Dan Renton himself. Really supportive, opened his night where he headlined. He was just majestic. So we're hoping, Dan, please that you can come up and do Sheffield with us again.
Oh, fantastic. That's amazing. I think we do have a couple of people who watch these streams who might be in Sheffield, so do go and check that out. I don't have any links at the minute, but you can follow Daniel's Facebook page. There'll probably be some more details on there.
Yes, most definitely.
And we will likely be sharing this stuff on our own Facebook page as well. So you should be following that if you're not doing so already. It's just at Blizzard Comedy on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I'll put the links in the chat now, actually. Thank you so much for coming on the show, Daniel. We are joined again by wonderful Sean Davies. We've had him once before. Lovely to work with her again. How are you doing, Sean?
Hi, I'm good, thanks.
Yeah, good. Can you describe your appearance for the sake of anyone who might need that in the audience?
Yes. I am a white woman with glasses. I have short hair. I look like a young, overfed Morrissey. I a white T-shirt, and I am sat in front of a communist feature wall.
Nice.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, that's a perfect backdrop. We should get something like that for Blizzard, really, instead of our stupid fucking PowerPoint. But yeah, I'm stuck in my ways.
No biggie.
Yeah, awesome stuff. So Sean has a load of fantastic projects coming up. One of them actually being on the wall behind her now, so I'll let her talk about that. I've got the link in the chat. Tell us what you've been up to.
Oh, loads of stuff. There's all kinds going on. So I've got this weekend, I'm down in London for ArgFest, which is a big festival of like dead, good, amazing comedians doing like their Edinburgh shows as previews. It's in Shoreditch. I'm there on Sunday, but there's all kinds of people like James Acaster and people like that on the bill. So it's that's going to be really good fun. And then, all gearing up towards Edinburgh, really. I'm taking my debut hour to Edinburgh. I'm going to be at Gilded Balloon from the 3rd to the 28th of August. No days off because, I'm hardcore. Get a ticket because it's costing me a freaking fortune, and it's an award-winning show. So yeah, come see that. I'm also, not just doing that show. I'm also doing comedy queers every night at Edinburgh Fringe, which is at 11. Quarter to midnight in the Counting House. It's a big queer party every single night. It's just like a massive kiki, and we just have fun. So come check that out. There's cabaret, there's drag, there's comedy, there's all kinds of stuff. It's a lot of fun. And then we've also got the Best in Class showcase, which is every day at 8:45 in the Counting House, and that is a showcase of working class comedians. Best in Class is a crowdfunded profit sharing collective of comedians, and we champion working class comics. That's what we do. And we've got some fantastic people on the bill. And then we have just announced a Best in Class All-Star Cabaret benefit show thing with, and that is on the 17th of August. It is in the Big Yin in Patter House for Gilded Balloon. And it has got me emceeing, Frankie Boyle headlining, Jade Adams, Sakisa, Angela Barnes, and that wonderful act TBC that we will. And all the money raised from that is going to go straight into Best in Class, into supporting working class comedians to help them access arts festivals, Edinburgh Fringe, things that are just ridiculously expensive. So yeah, that's what I'm all about. That's what I'm doing. Working my ass off.
Yeah, you are. That's even more. Like, you sent me everything you were doing, but hearing it out loud really does hammer home just how much you're fucking doing, and all of it is great. So you should definitely go check that out. Sean's link tree is in the chat, and I've also separated the Best in Class GoFundMe, because if you're watching this show, championing working class comedians is definitely an interest that you have, and this is really a fantastic way of doing it. And if you are in Edinburgh on the 17th to go to the fundraiser, the ticket link for that is in the chat as well, so do go and check that out if you're around at that time. Thanks very much for coming on the show, Sean, and last but definitely not least, we've got the fantastic Eddie French. Eddie, how are you doing?
I'm okay, how are you?
Good. I'm doing all right. I'm glad that technology has worked and we've actually been able to have you on the show this time and not have to cancel last minute because Sam wasn't here and I don't know what to do without her.
The internet fell into little data pieces in front of us and don't know what happened. Yes. Yeah. That was a great shame, but we're here now. So.
I was going to say that was a great show. Like, it didn't happen.
You all logged off and I just sat through and just went through the script that you sent, the running order you sent, and I just did the whole thing. I was like moving around the room, just going, "Oh, I think that as well." I go, "Oh, it's brilliant." It was, we all did very well.
I'm glad to hear it. Can you describe your appearance for the sake of the audience?
I can, yes. Another white 6'3" snap.
I just booked all of the
Land of the Giants.
Just so much white person. It's shame on you. Yes, I have short brown hair with a natural, rather coquettish wave to it. And I have positioned my webcam so that my third and fourth chin are no longer visible, just leaving a modest 2. And I have eyeliner applied in the hope that it'll make me look like Doyle from the Misfits, but just ends up making me look like Jerry from the Misfits. which is the wrong way around to live a life. So aside from that, I had long hair until yesterday. I would have done a devil lock if I'd have remembered, but as it is, I just hacked the whole lot off. I am wearing a black shirt with a green and skull and crossbone motif on the yoke.
Very thorough description. Thank you very much. So Eddie's link tree is everyone's had a link tree today as well. I can't tell you how happy that makes me. It's so much like it just looks so much tidy and like pasting so many. I should get one for myself because I have like 5 different links in mine that are just really messy. I should really set up a link tree. And now that just seeing all of yours done this and how little space it's taken up, I really should do the same. So you can follow Eddie on and see what they're up to on Linktree, and there's also for our Leeds fans, there's a couple of shows they're doing that are linked in the chat. And if anyone here is in Otley, which I don't know if there are because I don't know where Otley is, but if anyone does happen to be near there, you can also see them there as well. Have a look at all the Facebook events in the chat. Is there anything else you've been up to this month that you want to tell us about, or is it all super injunction?
I always forget to mention it. Actually, I'll mention this first. Discount Comedy Checkout, an improv group. Boo, but a good one. Ooh. So you're going to have to come and see us to see if I'm lying about there being a good improv group. But I'm maintaining that there is, and I'm in it. And to prove me wrong, you'll have to come and watch us. So if it means that much to you. But also, I'd like to mention that I play at least 2 characters on Sam Gore's IC News podcast.
Oh, nice.
For every week for 4 weeks, then a week off is how Sam has worked out these seasons. If you've ever seen the ICU stories on Facebook, Sam made a podcast, IC News, which is a political topic. I mean, it's just been a lot of as we know, the last few months or last too long has been just horrible for news, but Sam manages to make fun stuff out of it. I play the depending on what the story is, I'm either the conservative / royal correspondent Sebastian Forlock. Everyone else, when they're on it, they get to play a version of themselves, but Sam didn't know anyone who'd be willing to, or Sam doesn't know anyone who is a royal correspondent or conservative type person, so they said, can you pretend to be one? So that's what I do.
I'm glad that I haven't accidentally booked a royals correspondent or conservative.
No, wouldn't that be a turn up for the book?
Yeah,
you know,
I promise you, I do due diligence checks on everyone I book.
Yeah, it's just when I suddenly bring up an unironic Queen Mother teacup, just I like her the best, actually. Without her, none of the others. Sometimes I play nameless civil servants opposite Chris Lum, who's in Discount Comedy Checkouts, who plays most of the celebrity impressions as he's an impressionist. God, I just hang out with the coolest people. Me and my improv gang. Yeah, one of them is an impressionist. Anyway. Yeah, don't come and see me. I don't deserve it. Anyway. But do listen to IC News.
With the coolest people. Leslie just runs a comedy club with Andrew O'Neill, and Daniel gigged with Angela Sepafemu the other day. But you hang out with the coolest people.
Yeah. Oh, God.
No shade, I'm sure they're very lovely. I already feel bad for that joke.
No.
Lala the Alpaca has just said Otley is very close to Leeds. So there you go.
Pretty close,
you have 3 places. If you live in that area, you have 3 places you can go see Eddie. Which
if that hits Ilkley, that's gone too far.
The Wednesday one is a Valhalla of Decadence, so you'll get to me and Andrew as well. So, coolness. And it's pay what you want, which means please do give us some money. Tours are pretty fucking expensive, but like only if you can. And
Which no one can, because life has gotten about 200% more expensive in the last 4 seconds. So let's stop wasting time and move on to let's crack on with the actual show. We are 7 minutes behind, which isn't actually too bad given our usual track record. We will be done before July, I promise. Our first round is fake news. Why fake news, you asked? Have you seen the real news? This round involves the teams being given 3 headlines, 2 real, 1 fictitious, and they have to identify which of the headlines is the fake one. Simple enough. We're going to start with Bobbie's team. Bobbie, your 3 headlines are...
I've just seen a taste of the first one. Okay.
Granny's bush so big, it's a hazard to anyone who walks past. Shooter Dev makes jizz mod after fans complain about blood effects. And Beaver steals loo roll from KFC branch. Bobbie, I promise I'm not typecasting you, that I always give you the fucking loo.
Yeah, I always get the family-related ones. Thank you for that. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that Granny's bush. I think I've seen that headline. You know, I really think I have. I think someone was a granny with a big bush and people get past it. I think I've seen it.
I mean, Sean, you've led a colourful life. I'm sure you've seen many Granny's bushes.
I'm very busy. I've got a lot on, but I managed to squeeze in a bit of gardening.
Oh my God.
A bit of topiary.
Incredible. A bit of landscaping.
Yeah.
I do feel fairly convinced by the capitals in the second one. It is a very headline thing, isn't it? To just unnecessarily capitalize every single word. So that is.
Why jizz mod?
What is jizz mod?
So instead of the blood appearing in the game, it's actually jizz.
Yeah.
Picture, if you will, this is for the Ocarina of Time Zelda fans. They originally changed the first, they changed Ocarina of Time because at the end, Ganondorf coughs off red blood, which obviously is the colour of blood, but it was a bit too graphic for their audience, and they made it green. Now imagine if they did a jizz mod for that, and at the end of Ganondorf's battle with Link, Ganondorf just starts coughing up jizz. I mean,
I wouldn't blame Ganondorf. We've all been there.
I'm not sure about 70% of the words Bobbie's just said. I don't know what an ocarina is.
It's a wind instrument.
Is it?
Yes.
Yeah, it exists for real. For real, it's not just in the Zelda verse.
It wasn't just created by Nintendo to sell games.
Just imagine this: an instrument.
It's in my comprehensive, I'll tell you.
You can usually hear them. You can hear them on albums with the word moods in the title. One of those kind of instruments.
I'm so sorry that I always put you with the nerd. But in our defense, it is 80% of the people we book.
It's just a testament to how easily I can relate anything back to Zelda. That's my only personality trait.
Yeah.
I mean, I love your passion for it. I'm all about what makes you happy, Bobbie. If it's what you want, you blow that ocarina to your heart.
Trust me, I have.
I support I respect your choices, but I still ain't got a fucking clue what you're on about, mate.
Nah.
I think this has made me realize how whimsical I am, and I think this will come up, because I was just like, oh, but why go for jizz? Why not make like a blue raspberry slush puppy mod?
Nah.
I think I know what a mod is.
Moderation, I guess. Just something. Modification. That's
modification.
More sense. Yeah.
I think that jizz is a mod made out of knee-jerk reaction and anger. Blue raspberry slush puppy sounds like one that you'd think of as a treat because the players have been particularly well behaved, rather than complaining about blood, I guess.
Unless they really hate flavors for things that don't actually exist. I'm furious.
One person's jizz is another person's raspberry slush puppy.
No.
That's definitely going in our
That
fucking
is my next tattoo. On my neck.
I literally have never heard the word jizz mentioned as much without looking up porn.
I like
if you see the
porn you
three
watch
headlines, this is there's a lot of this is just quite saucy.
I hope someone uploads this to Pornhub.
I really, really hope so as well.
So do we think that second one's probably true then? What about this?
I think the second one is true because gamers are fucking disgusting, and I know that because I am one.
I am.
So,
And in a way, I feel like the third one is the most sort of it's outlandish, but it feels, I don't know, it just the other two feels so ridiculous that they have to be true, and therefore the slightly more innocent one is likely the false one.
Yeah, I think as well, like it's quite hard to get into, like the toilets in KFC and that. Like the doors are quite heavy. I don't think a beaver would be able to get in there and get a loo roll out.
unless it got through the window.
And I mean, to be fair,
Crawl through the vents. Fucking
Are they like-
style. I don't know if I haven't Mission Impossible, never seen it. Yeah.
are they likely to have loo roll?
And just had to go and get some toilet roll.
Yeah.
But then a beaver is like, I mean, I'm not a zoologist, so don't quote me.
Yet?
But, yes, there's still time. But beavers live in water. That's just like nature's bidet. Why would
That's
they
true.
need toilet roll?
I mean, I might just be too Canadian, because are there many beavers here? Because they're generally associated with us, but I suppose we do have KFCs in Canada, so, but it wouldn't say loo roll, because British.
What do you call toilet rolling? In
Toilet paper?
You call it paper.
Toilet paper, yeah.
Shit.
Yes, that's what it's for.
The culture shock on your face is a picture, Bobby.
TP?
You can tell I haven't got a passport. Right, well, what do we think?
I think this is an international headline, if it is the headline.
Oh, yeah. There is that. But then the other point I'd like to make is, you know, a lot of places do run out of loo roll or toilet paper. And KFC managed to run out of chicken at one point. So do we think they would have much loo roll?
Yeah, you're right. I mean, the probability of that branch of KFC, of any branch of KFC, having a toilet roll that had enough toilet roll to steal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's already only a 50% chance that it could have happened, even real.
I'm really loving the logic here. Brilliant.
Yeah,
We are going to crack this
seriously over here. Yeah.
I mean, as a panel of people that I think we sit down when we
So if you're lucky,
That's such a good way of putting it. That's such a lovely gender inclusive way of putting it. I'm definitely using that from now on.
Wow. Apart from colour, I now do feel like the odd one out.
I don't know who does what, but I know, like, I prefer it if there is toilet roll in a toilet if I've got to use it.
Yeah, you don't want to have to just sit and shake and hope for the best, do you? Really? No.
I suppose with KFC.
What we're singing about?
Sorry?
Is that what Taylor Swift was singing about?
Sit and shake.
Get off.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Granny's bush so big it's a hazard to anyone who walks past is taken straight from a Carry-On film. And we don't have those anymore. Not since Barbara.
You want to
Windsor.
trim that back a bit, love? Not
Fucking hell.
My gut is telling me that the Granny's bush is false.
Oh, it's true.
Granny's wearing a false bush.
It's true. I'm sure it's true.
You think it's true. I reckon the gamer, the jizzy one, is true because gamers are fucking debased. Maybe the beaver is false in that case. What do we think?
I know the answer. I don't know why you're asking me.
Johnny,
I'm asking my team.
Johnny, tell us your opinion on this.
No one's asked before. Maybe I could, but no. Crack on.
Yes, Johnny, nobody ever asks how you are.
Oh, it'd be amazing if you were like one of those like guarding things where one can only tell the truth and one can only lie.
Oh, like
but you're the truth one.
Like in Labyrinth. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
One of those ones. And this is how we found out. It would be great.
Yeah, and you go in, you have to just hold the light bulb, and then you know if it's hot, which one it is. Yeah.
I don't want to be the one to steer us in the wrong direction, but I do think with all our sort of unpacking, and as a Canadian, I feel like my instinct tells me.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't know. What do you guys think?
Well, what's your Canadian instinct telling you? I might have just missed your point.
I just think I don't know. There is a lot there because KFC, who famously run out of things, might report if they lost one roll of toilet paper. That is true, but just I don't know. It is just confusing. How would it make international news?
I like that you think that KFC are reporting this rather than someone snitching out a beaver.
Yeah, I suppose there could be a customer who's having a bucket and going,
yeah.
What? Do we know for
fuck
certain
beavers
that
monthly?
KFC calls the police.
Yeah. Right, what you thinking Lou rolls a fake one?
I think, yeah.
Yeah, let's go with that. I agree.
Cool. You are correct. That is the fake one.
Yes.
We've
got the Canadian. We're going to win.
Yes. A grandma's bush was deemed a hazard to anyone who walked past. What a hero! It was in her garden, not her fanny. Bushes aren't in fanny. You know what I mean? And yes, developers did alter. Developers altered Orbit and Metacorp did make a mod for their game Sulaco. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. Changing the blood splatter effects to a delicious-looking translucent white for gin. Just be thankful I didn't use this headline for our picture round. And yet, no, you're correct. No beaver has stolen any loo roll from any KFC branch this
yet.
Well, not that we know of anyway. Maybe we've just never caught them and they're just really good at it. And KFC are really shit.
It hasn't been reported.
Maybe it hasn't been reported.
Nah.
Who's keeping this quiet? Fucking it. Oh, we need InfoWars back. Fucking.
These are undercover journalists.
Beavers are stealing toilet paper.
Okay, Tom's team. Your three headlines are: Ben Shapiro caught lip-syncing to a pre-recorded talk at UNC appearance. Guy trains particularly horrible AI bot using millions of 4chan posts. And Noel Gallagher says he's banned from China as he's classed an enemy of the people.
So, just for start, that first headline is the worst season finale of RuPaul ever. I think the second one, like training a horrible AI bot, is just like it's definitely true, but to the point that it might not be news.
It just happens every day, yeah.
It really does. AI is like horrible.
Yeah.
So
I find it very. I don't think it would be very easy to lip sync at the speed that Ben Shapiro talks without sound coming out of your mouth. He's got a very, to try and slip past the fact that he's saying nothing, he says a lot of things very quickly.
This is it,
that sort of convincing, or that tone that can convince, sort of Jedi mind trick, trying to convince the dim-witted. And so to try and do that without actually saying it, I think that would be quite difficult. Not that that would stop him from trying, because he's a trier.
He is a trier.
It's a polite word for grifter, sorry.
Yeah, he's a trier.
He's a trier.
Trying my patience, am I right?
I should go around and try his one.
Don't cancel me for that, libs.
I'm actually thinking that the Noel Gallagher one could be true because the Chinese are just catching up here, because I think anyone that's just listened to the last High Flying Birds album, it will say that he is the enemy of the planet, let alone China.
I just like, he's not the enemy of the people, he's the enemy of himself, isn't he? Sad.
But at least he's got his eyebrows out now.
Maybe that's why he's banned from China.
It could be. Maybe they felt it that his eyebrows were not distributed equally, and it went against their attempts to maintain an appearance of communism. I don't know.
But to be fair, it is a sad day when Noel Gallagher is loathed more than Liam.
What's the difference between them?
It's mainly spelling.
Okay.
But yeah, I think, I don't know, well, but Noel and Liam, they sort of tend to have this sort of pendulum that swings which one is the cool one this week and which one isn't, I suppose. So it's just Liam's been holding on to that one for a little too long now. So maybe upsetting an entire massive nation is Noel's way of getting back, being the bad boy.
I agree with you there, Eddie. I think Liam's been holding on to that for so long. I think he's held on to his tambourine slightly longer, and that's been useless to him as well, hasn't it?
Yes. Yeah. Again, that's mainly window dressing too. So what's forgive me, what's UNC? The appearance that Ben Shapiro was making.
Uncensored natural catering.
It is. It is some college.
Okay. Oh, well, he's been cancelled from all colleges because he said so. So that's definitely a lie. Next.
Yeah. Are we saying it's between A and C?
I'm not sure. I mean, well, but I like particularly horrible used in a headline. I think that's there's a bit of editorial going on within a bit of opinion piece within the headline. To my mind, this was a particularly horrible AI bot. Millions of 4chan posts. I mean, would there be any complete words in there, or would it all be internet speak? It would just be
all be that fucking frog.
There's just a lot of consonants and a picture of a frog at the end of it. Yeah.
Is leet speak still a thing?
It would be something like between that and Simlish, I shouldn't wonder.
There's no way to put something on the internet and have it turn out nice. It's just like,
well, thanks for telling me that now, Tom.
We had no choice. But,
welcome to our cursed endeavour.
Johnny was saying he's young, he needed the money.
But no, you put something on the internet and go, here you go, learn from everything that is on here. It's gonna turn out to be a cunt.
What are you thinking?
They're all.
I think it's either A or C.
I do. I think it's C. I do think it's the Noel Gallagher one.
Okay.
I don't understand what Ben Shapiro is lip syncing because it's a pre-recorded talk, but is it his or is he lip syncing to his favorites?
Well, this talk is my jam, and he just mouthing along to it. Yeah. It's possible.
It's like Ronald Reagan classics, just fucking.
Just really, really leaning into every. Well, just the head goes a little bit. He's sort of really getting down.
To clarify, you wanted to guess which one was fake. What you're thinking?
Oh, because you guys said that you thought that the Noel Gallagher one was fake, didn't you? Did you say it was true?
No, I think he's enough of a wanker for that to be true.
Yeah.
I think that the middle one is most likely to be correct or to be real. The others, I'm not sure. I love the idea of Ben Shapiro having put in some time in front of the mirror to lip sync his own talk.
I'm still betting it's Putin.
It's one of Putin's. He was just really, really going for it.
It's either Putin or just wet ass pussy. Those things have never been said in the same sentence before, ever.
Well, the thing is that pussies can't actually get wet. My wife told me that. She said that couldn't happen. She was patting me on the shoulder. Never tells you that bit, does he?
If that's the case, then the most likely one to be fake is the Noel Gallagher one, then, isn't it?
I think the Noel Gallagher one is true because it says Noel Gallagher says he's banned from China, and like that.
Oh, I see.
That's the sort of back bullshit. Like, not just him, just anybody who was famous in the 90s says in a way to kind of like garner attention to themselves to try and crawl out of irrelevancy.
Yeah, well, who listens to Noel Gallagher, eh?
As he's making
not China, apparently.
No, he's making increasingly less and less sort of rebellious music. So that's the just go, oh no, I am more rebellious.
Has Oasis ever been rebellious music? Well, I wouldn't call it rebellious.
I mean, given that they came out of a time when the predominant music scene was grunge, which was all a bit self-loathy and
so they were being deliberately uninterested
to come
in a
out
way
and go,
to be rebellious. I see.
But to come out and say, tonight I'm a rock and roll star, cigarettes and alcohol was a reaction to that kind of thing. So rebellious in a way, not rebellious in just the sort of broad against the system thing. They wanted to use the system for cigarettes and alcohol. But sorry, I sometimes forget I have a media degree and it can creep up on me and out of me sometimes. I apologize. I'll try to keep that in check.
I do really like Noel's new single, I'm Quitting Cigarettes and Alcohol, though. I think Ben Shapiro is the fake one.
Fair enough.
So do we all. But what's the you go for Ben Shapiro as the fake one.
It could easily be, yes.
Yep, you are correct. That is the fake one. Yes, Noel Gallagher has claimed that he's been banned from China as his classed enemy of the people, which I think is a good opportunity to find our common ground with China and maybe bury some of this animosity between our nations. Also, apparently, China just always preferred Blur. That answers that question. Okay. Someone has trained an AI bot to using millions of 4chan posts. You think that's bad? Now that AI bot is in a deal to buy Twitter. But no, Ben Shapiro does not lip sync to his talks. I can't decide whether that would be more or less annoying than what he already does. So at the end of that round, both teams are on 3 points. Or they should be, but I fucked up the Excel formula in one of them. So there we are, corrected it. Now both teams are on 3 points. Our next game is This Just In. In this round, teams get to choose a topic and will be given the first line of a news story in that category. They'll then take it in turns to carry on that news story how they think it should go, and at some point they'll stop and we'll all move on with our lives. So let's start with Bobbie's game. Bobbie, your 3 topics to choose from are science, business, and religion.
Is this Trivial Pursuit? I don't have a choice in the past.
No, I decided to give you more choice because I am pro-choice.
Amazing. Very good.
One of those choices is religion.
Yeah.
3 choices again. I'm overwhelmed by the freedom.
Science, business, and religion. These are all very loose connections to the actual news stories as well, I'll clarify.
Do I have to ask for feedback from my team, or can I?
It's entirely up to you. You
science.
Have the authority.
In that case, I'm going to be a bitch.
Science. Cool. Okay, yes. We will. We will start with. We'll go Bobbie, Sean, then Leslie, and then loop round. So you went for science. Your first line is: Elon Musk's car company Tesla will unveil its AI humanoid robot called Optimus in just 3 months' time.
Optimus, formerly known as musician Grimes.
Optimus plays the ocarina.
Optimus decided to name themselves that after just really enjoying a robot turning into a truck.
Truck is now the #1 single, which is taking the world by storm. I don't know.
It's the first single to reach the #1 spot since that mentions the word truck since the ever popular and evergreen Cisco's Thong Song. Classic line, dumped like a truck. Guys, like what? What?
Is the rest of the song just going to be the rest of Thong Song? Because I will allow it.
I second that motion.
Baby, move your butt. I think I'll sing it again.
She had dumps like a truck.
Guys, like what?
All night long.
Let me see that thong.
Song.
I'm going to go for the baby that was missed. Baby.
Haunting violin quartet in the background.
Are you all enjoying our topical news quiz today?
Look,
None of that I could have dreamt.
songs wouldn't exist without science.
They
How do you show but cover part of body?
Exactly. Like it's the thong covers the most scientific of regions.
Okay, I'm gonna end that there. But you've already won this round, Tom. You don't need to try. Don't worry. So okay, Tom.
Place where the buttocks aren't is the most scientific of the regions.
Can you get that tattooed on your neck as well?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, cool. I'll design it for you.
I mean, it'll be hard.
A tramp stamp, surely.
Song lyrics down the back.
Right.
Oh, in like proper like old timey like fucking cursive as well.
Yeah. Oh, but then really small one that has the key change and he starts floating.
Yes, yeah. Oh, fucking hell. Right. I know a tattoo artist. I'm gonna ask if she'll design this.
I do, but she does a very specific style, and I don't think
I'll
this
just get blocked immediately. Yeah.
Could I get this? Okay. But in old Japanese traditional, thank you.
Oh yes. I love. Yeah, you get fucking kanji symbols that just say Thong Song. That's brilliant. Right. Tom, your three topics are music. So if you want to just do Thong Song again, fine. Music, crime, and politics.
What do you think, Pete?
Noel Gallagher's three favourite things.
Yeah.
Happy with any of those?
Sorry?
Happy with any?
Sorry, I spoke over Daniel. I'm happy with any of them.
Yeah, crime or politics, or yeah.
Let's go with crime.
Going with crime. Okay, I should have known. Crime. So we'll go. Tom, then Eddie, then Daniel, and loop it round. Tom, your first line is: police are searching for two suspects after a statue of Margaret Thatcher after it was vandalized for the second time in 2 weeks.
Of course, it was vandalized in the traditional way of being turned upside down, left to right, and then buried to the point of the waist with a satanic symbol just carved into the ground.
Police think that this was in reference to Margaret Thatcher saying the lady is not for turning upside down around and then being buried up to the waist with satanic symbols on, as she famously said once.
I don't remember this part of Thong Song. What's Carry on.
Liam and Noel Gallagher swear they were recording music together. Lying twats.
Being the working class heroes that they are, Noel and Liam Gallagher did in fact record a tribute song for Margaret Thatcher together in wake of the events.
Many critics were surprised to see a peculiar unity between the two brothers while sharing this tender song about a woman who impacted their lives so much.
Liam, once again, used the common expletive of "fuck off, Noel, I'm going to China. I don't care if you can't get in."
And now, exclusively, we actually have a clip from that song.
Maggie's up to her waist, and I love it. Maggie's not looking the best she's ever been, but that's what we'll do. We'll haul around.
Marine going, sunshine, Manchester, sunshine, Manchester. Maggie, cigarettes and alcohol.
That's the end of the track.
I was gonna say, I am gonna stop this now because I can see us losing viewers. Fantastic. That is a tight one. I'm gonna give you both points, but I am gonna give Bobbie Steve slightly more points just for the sheer audacity of just going into thong song. So at the end of that round,
problem. Original songs never get as much credit as cover versions. It's just appalling. I don't understand. How is anyone supposed to come up with anything new these days? It's awful.
Not when it's thong song. Like we've reached the peak of art. Why are we still writing music? So at the end of that round,
quite right.
So many other purposes. You've got the long song, the Don song, the song,
the wrong song.
The wrong song.
At the end of that round, Bobbie's team are on 7 points and Tom's team are on 6 points. We are going to have a break now and chat with you a lot about literally anything you want. But in the meantime, why not show your support to our silly little show by throwing us a bit of money to our PayPal, subscribing to our Patreon, buying some cool merch for Big Cartel, which sadly does not yet have 4 pictures of Leslie's face with Leslie on it. But that we may add that in future if we can sort out a deal. Or even just cheering or subbing on Twitch. Subbing as in subscribing. Please do not get us taken off Twitch for breach of the terms and service. So let's have a look at the chat if I can remember where the fuck I put the window. There we are. I cannot. Oh, that is too small. I need to put my glasses on. There we are. Here we are. Cool. What are we doing? Yes, Eddie. Okay. Lala the Alpaca really enjoyed that. Oh. Fantastic. That dress so scandalous. Bobbie Jones 55.
Oh my God, it's me.
It's you. Fucking hell.
Hi.
How are you doing that? That's amazing.
I know. I've learned how to navigate technology, finally.
I know. Amazing. Well done.
I feel like that's reminded me. Thong Song couldn't be written now because there's just an instant reference to another classic in there because she was living La Vida Loca.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, like the first time I heard Thong Song, I recognized that and assumed it was just like Weird Al's polka medleys, and I assumed they were all just different, just like different existing songs thrown together. Because I was that weirdo whose first favorite artist was Weird Al Yankovic before I liked any of the original songs that he parodied.
Yeah, I was like that as well.
I was
yeah.
I saw him live one time.
Oh, nice.
He was in my hometown, which no one ever was, and I was absolutely overjoyed.
Oh, amazing. Yeah, I missed him when he one of my ex went to see him on I don't know, it would have been like 2015, maybe 2016. And yeah, I couldn't go and I was absolutely gutted for it. And now he doesn't he still tours. I don't think he releases music anymore. Yeah.
There was no. Oh God, no. Mandatory Fun was a lot under it.
That was 2014 because I got it new. It was like one of the first new albums I bought. Like one of the first albums I bought when it came out. The only other albums I've done that with are The Men That Will Not Be Blamed for Nothing's third album and. In fact, no, I think that might be the only other one because I was going to say Bob Vylan's The Price of Life, but I actually got that a few weeks later because I knew I was going to go see them on the tour. I thought I'd just pick one up there rather than pre-order it. So yeah, those are the only 2 albums that I've ordered new in my life.
I love a pre-order because I forget I've done it.
Yeah, it feels just like a penalty job. But I hate the ones where like you pre-order, but it doesn't take the money straight away. So like you pre-ordered it and then you forget about it, and then you're like, why am I like 70 quid in my overdrafts? This definitely isn't an anecdote to when I pre-ordered Kingdom Hearts 3 and it didn't come out till a week before it was delivered. And even then, I didn't get it on the day because Amazon are lying pricks and said they tried to deliver it, but no one was in, even though we were in because I was like, we're getting Kingdom Hearts 3. And they refused to buzz on.
I think
I'm over it. This happened 3 years ago. What are you talking about?
I think the thing that I found weird because most of my album pre-orders will be vinyl, and obviously because there's like massive delays on all vinyl pressing at the moment, it's pretty much a gift to yourself that you'll get 2 years, a year and a half down the line. which is strange, but it means cassettes are really popular again, which I am very happy about because I love the cassette and CDs. I feel great because I never threw out my CDs.
Yeah,
so.
I'm with you on CDs. I definitely had music cassettes, but I am just at that age where I'm not nostalgic for music on cassette because
my girlfriend got me Bob Vylan's Price of Life on cassettes.
Yeah, see, I prefer cassette for audiobooks over CDs, which is irrelevant now because Audible just has all of them. But I preferred cassette because then I could just stop it and know I could resume it exactly where I left off. But with music, I never want to do that. If I want to find a specific track, it's like the hardest thing to do on cassette. So I'm not taking part in the albums on cassette revival.
Well, I think the way that I see the revival of cassettes at the moment is it's a very because you get a digital download code with pretty much anything, and that's how I listen to most of my.
Yeah,
it's really just kind of like nice looking merch, and it's like a nice way to support the band and get. And just analog media does just feel cooler and nicer. It might just be
I will always get a CD if a CD is released, but
I'll love a CD.
I will not. Yeah, there was a.
Rob Kemp released The Elvis Dead on VHS, which was like the first.
He did. I saw that. Yeah.
I'm still very tempted to get it because I do have it on my computer anyway, and I think it has a download. Yeah. But just to have it.
I really want to release it back on mini disc.
Video cassettes I'm like much more on board with. I really love VHS, but the problem is the shelf I've got for like all my DVDs and visual media, the things are slightly too close together to fit videos, which is really annoying because I've got Eddie Izzard's first ever one, which was only ever released on video, and I can't actually put it on the shelf, which is entirely a me problem. But yeah, that's the main reason that I got the DVD. Live of the Ambassadors. Every other one was re-released on DVD, but she didn't do that one.
Going back to the pre-order chat, I just had a recovered memory because my brother used to work at Blockbuster, and I was so devastated when Jerry left the Spice Girls that my brother asked me if I wanted to cancel my pre-order of the VHS of Spice World. No, I didn't. I just needed to power through.
Oh, just Rich Z. Grant larking about, doing it for the money. It's amazing.
It's just, it holds up. It is a very good film.
Yeah, it's good fun.
Sir Roger Moore.
I recently watched it the first time, and I disagree. There's no plot. I'll got that bus on the inside. It's like a TARDIS. Nel's on a bloody exercise bike the whole time. What's Meatloaf doing? What's
driving the bus?
What?
It's Meatloaf. He can do what? I mean, right. So about a month ago, me and Kat watched the S Club 7 one, which SIAN double, which is
I didn't know it existed.
Impossible to stream anywhere. But if anyone is curious, I do have it. So it's Spice World just started this like random just spree of pop group movies where they just like the Beatles had done it, but the Spice World was one just like fuck it, clones. The main plot.
And also the Spice Girls are infinitely better than anything the Beatles have ever done. So that's.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
I'm so torn because I love both so much.
I still.
I don't even.
The Beatles did. So there you go.
See, I don't hate the Beatles, but it's always just really fun to pretend to not like the Beatles or to like not know who they are to people who love the Beatles. Whereas like people who love the Spice Girls don't care. They're like, yeah, no, obviously you've forgotten that. Why would you still be listening to this? I'm just trash. But people who love the Beatles are really, really precious about it.
Not to brag. Sorry.
The only beef I've got with the Spice Girls is that they didn't call themselves Spice.
After Ginger, they really lost track of what it were and weren't spices, didn't they?
Scary.
I not to brag about all the amazing t-shirts I've made, but another great t-shirt that I made. Not to do this, but I will. I made a t-shirt and it's the cover of Abbey Road, but then in the Beatles logo font it just says "My 4 adult sons." It brings me a lot of joy.
That's amazing.
Fantastic. I really like it.
You got to really bring them down to size. Yeah, that's what you got to do.
Also,
another drink, then I'll be back.
Cool.
Just whilst we're on that, just whilst we're just doing this, I just want to apologise. All you guys are drinking alcohol and everything. I've got a mini ice pop, so it looks like I've just been outside and robbed a kid.
Oh no!
Sorry, Matt. I don't drink. This is Beck's Blue.
Oh, sorry. I feel slightly better now.
I do drink. This is white wine I stole from work.
Well, I'm jealous of your ability to drink. Well done.
This might be the first time I've ever actually drank beer out of this glass that says beer. I normally, there it is. I normally just drink water out of it, and I'm like, comedy even at home, you know? Even on my own, I'm being hilarious. But I've ruined it now.
It's like most of my drinking's done out of this, but I'm not allowed to leave them on the bed anymore because Kat woke up and like very nearly just threw him across the room, reasonably as well.
Understandably so.
She got at me, so it's like I don't know what to expect.
She regrets that.
Like I have to turn its face away in the drying rack when I wash it.
Oh, that reminds me of when my sister used to have all of the X-Files VHS tapes and DVDs, and I was so terrified of the X-Files that she would have to turn it away so that I couldn't see the pictures. Yeah.
Oh, I loved the X-Files.
No, I hated it, like, because I'm the youngest of 4 kids, so in the like late 90s, early noughties, both of my brothers, my dad, and my sister would be watching X-Files at different parts in the house. So no matter where I went, I could just hear what was going on, and nowhere was safe.
Well, it's such a nice family bonding activity, but they decided not to do it.
But Julian,
no, because I was so much younger than the rest of them.
But just
they were in
them
their
all
teens.
watching it separately.
Oh yeah. Well, that's
I watched it far too young. But it didn't scare me nearly as much as the 1990 BBC The Witches. Like that.
Oh, that is harrowing. Yeah.
It's the scene where they all kind of like their feet turn into square. Like they take off the wigs, and it scared the shit out of me. I made my mum take the VHS out and put it in the other room.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cruel.
Whereas now I fucking love horror, but I still haven't gone back to that. It's a weird film.
Some films just tap into that part of your brain where you're like, no. Never
Girlfriend and I watched Return to Oz again maybe a month or two ago, and the Wheelers still cause me severe upset.
I love that. I love that era of Disney, though, when they were just like, oh, we might go bankrupt. When I just make the weird shit we never could as cheap as possible.
Yeah, and most of it's still on Disney Plus as well, which is pretty nice.
Yeah,
even like the weird stuff that no one really cares about, they've archived on there, which is pretty
and
cool.
The actress,
not that I'm praising Disney.
No,
the actress who plays Mombi in Princess Mombi in that. Is also in a great episode of The Twilight Zone.
Wow.
Where she is a robot wife who has been sent to keep, instead of sending people to prison in this world, they send them to just a moon or an asteroid, and they just live on that. And if you're there for too long, and he's basically trying to argue that he wants to bring his wife home, and because it was written in 1960. And people haven't got to grips with the modern language. They're just going, "Come on, buddy, she's a robot." just delicious. And the only other time you hear that is in Futurama when Zoidberg refers to Bender as a robot.
There's some weird reason there, Eddie. When you said instead of sending them to prison, I thought you were going to say they sent them to Barnsley.
No. That's no. Not even Rod Serling could conceive of that as a way beyond the imagination of that guy.
Okay, are we all back? Yep, let's crack on with the show. Our next round is Between the Lines. I'm not sure if you've noticed, but our world is full of rich assholes saying incredibly bad takes and getting their asses left electorate. But they're not always saying what they really mean. Often speeches and posts are carefully constructed in ways where they're not necessarily lying, but carefully hiding the facts and their opinions between actual words. So we thought we'd make it easy for you by analysing a couple of these speeches today over the past month and translating their inner monologues of these people while I read out their words. I will read one line at a time, and these dickheads will take it in turn to translate the lines into what they really mean. We're going to start with Bobbie's team, and Bobbie's team, you are going to be translating an interview with Rowan Atkinson earlier this month. Who wants to? Shall we? Let's start with Sean this time. We'll go Sean.
I don't think I understand what this game is.
Okay. We won't start with you then. Basically, I'm going to read out a line, and you're going to translate what that line really means. We'll start with we'll start with Bobbie, then we'll go Leslie, then Sean. Hopefully, you will pick up what is going on there, unless neither of you understand it, in which case we'll just do whatever happens.
I understand it. I'm just notoriously unfunny.
Ooh, what if we go for Mambo number 5 this time?
Sure, whatever. Okay, Bobbie, your first line is, "It does seem to me that the job of comedy is to offend."
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Eddie is now in my frame.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
I was just thinking that.
Oh no, I think. Have we lost Sam? Oh no,
Eddie,
Sam's
do you know
back.
the
Who've we
lyrics
lost?
to Five?
You know what?
We
I
have lost
literally
Daniel. That's what's happened. Yeah.
I just adjusted my chair height, and all of a sudden I was in someone else's frame. And what did I do?
Power.
This
Anyway.
chair is fancy.
One hell of a sight gag, though.
Yeah, eat that bean. With some physical humour, mate. Yeah, offend that.
That Bean is a great name for a lesbian bar.
Okay, where were we? Yeah, it does seem to be the job of comedy is to offend. I don't know if you finished your bit, Bobbie, but
I didn't really even start it, to be honest. It seems like it's the job of comedy to offend, which is why the first series of Blackadder is significantly worse than anything else that came afterwards.
I mean, you're not wrong, yeah. Okay, Leslie, or have the potential to offend, and it cannot be drained of that potential.
I just want to say terrible things all the time and not have anyone actually be allowed to be offended.
Okay, Sean, every joke has a victim.
Which is why I spent the best part of my career cosplaying a non-verbal autistic man for other people's pleasure.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, I was just wondering what the victim of Mr. Bean is supposed to be, but actually you've hit the nail on the head there. Yeah, that is a fucking terrible character. Okay, back to Bobbie. That's the definition of a joke.
Me being a man.
Someone or something or an idea is made to look ridiculous.
I like Angela, Pamela, Sandra, and Rita.
I think you've got to be very, very careful about saying what you're allowed to make jokes about.
I still don't really understand this game, and my brain doesn't work in this way.
Just quote Mambo number 5. It's the most fun way to do it.
A little bit of Mary all night long.
Yeah.
Someone was raised Catholic.
You've always got to kick up. Really?
A little bit of Jessica, here I am. A little bit of you makes me your man.
What if there's someone extremely smug, arrogant, aggressive, self-satisfied who happens to be below in society?
Da, 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 da. It's the trumpet.
They're not all in houses of parliament or in monarchies. I wish this was how the interview went. This is much. There are lots of extremely smug and self-satisfied people in the world who would be deemed lower down in society who also deserve to be pulled up.
When they dance, they call me Macarena.
In a proper free society, you should be allowed to make jokes about absolutely anything.
Jump up and down and move it all around. Clap your hand to the sound, put your hand on the ground. Take one step left and one step right, one to the front and one to the front. Clap your hands once and clap your hands twice. And if it looks like this, then you're doing it right. It's a really bad dance, by the way. I have been demonstrating it in my work in progress shows. He never tells you to take your hand off the ground.
Like the game of Twister.
Just look like a goblin, which, to be fair, is my vibe. But
I have lost track of the last thing I said. In a proper free society, you should be allowed to make jokes about anything. Did I say that one?
I think so.
Yeah.
Cool. In terms of the history of man, social media has been around for a very, very short time, and we're still adjusting.
Yes. I'm blue. Dabadeen. Dabadeen.
Here in this country, we've got something called an online safety bill, which is only possibly coming to Houses of Parliament soon.
Streets like a jungle, so call the police.
And you think, isn't that sort of 20 years late?
Say you will, say you won't, say you'll do what I don't. Say you're true, say to me, won't you say la vie.
Final one, but you've got to live with something for quite a long time to find out how you're going to live with it.
Quite like me dad as well.
I almost did that, but I didn't want to try to do an Irish accent.
The brilliant thing about that is it actually really demonstrates how easy it is to do comedy that doesn't have a victim. So actually, that was really clever. Yeah, that was Rowan Atkinson arguing that comedy should be allowed to offend unchallenged. And to be fair, if you've seen Man vs. Bee, he is good in his word, because the lack of effort put into that trash is borderline offensive to anyone with any sense of humour. Okay, Tom's team. I'm hoping this. Let's just see how this goes. You are going to be working with Elon Musk.
I don't know.
Finally, yeah. This is an extract from Q&A he did with Twitter staff ahead of his eventual apparent takeover, which he keeps trying to back out of. It's really funny if you're not following it.
Right,
that should be our job as a topical quiz. But yeah, here we go. Okay, we'll go Tom, then Eddie, then Daniel. Tom, your first line is, "Thanks for having me. Glad to be able to speak to everyone." Is that it? Yeah. Okay. I love Twitter. In fact, I have literally tweeted, "I love Twitter." That's Eddie.
I am clever internet boy. Befriend now.
I find I learn a lot from what I read on Twitter and what I see in the pictures, videos, text, and memes that people create.
Shabba!
And you know, I sort of made this joke already, but some people use their hair to express themselves. I use Twitter. Yeah, that doesn't need changing. That's already Karen.
I'm not changing it. That's perfection as it is.
Cool, no worries. And I think that is actually maybe one of the biggest reasons for using Twitter is so I communicate directly to people and not through the lens of the media.
Because the lens of the media often makes my hair look ridiculous, but with Twitter, I can describe it perfectly. Hair.
So this is a way for people to communicate directly with each other and not through a negative lens.
Because I can't live. Living is without you. I can't live anymore.
I think it's essential to have free speech and to be able to communicate freely.
For me?
Yeah, that's you.
Wait, no. It's
Oh, right. I get it.
No one else. No one else. I see my name fuck you. But for me, anything I want. Because I need fucking Musk.
Good impression. And I think also there's freedom of speech or freedom of reach. Anyone could just go into the middle of Times Square right now and say anything they want. They could just walk into the middle of Times Square and deny the Holocaust, okay?
And don't you think for 1 minute that I won't, laddie?
You can't stop them. They will just do that. But that doesn't mean that needs need to be promoted to millions of people.
It's because no, there's no limit.
That one works quite well, actually. Fair play. So I think people should be allowed to say pretty outrageous things that are within the bounds of the law, but then that doesn't get amplified. It doesn't get, a ton of reach.
I mean, when I say a ton of reach, I am, of course, referring to all the sexual harassment lawsuits I've paid off.
And really, that means not showing people content they would find hateful or offensive, or even, frankly, content they would find boring is not good. We don't even want them to see boring content.
I can't think of anything worse than opening up Twitter and being bored. That is the worst thing. Boredom. No one on Twitter would ever like to be bored for a change.
I think Twitter... Oh, hang on, I've jumped ahead. No, I haven't. Ignore me. I think Twitter can be a lot better for informing people about serious issues.
Just beat it. Just beat it. You get the dancing for free as well, by the way.
Thank you for that. You got bonus points for that. I think we should allow people to say what they want, post what they want within the bounds of the law.
They'll be doing it within the bounds of the law. I'll be doing it within the bounds of the law, but the penalty is a fine. So I'll be fine.
I do think it's important for there to be, if there are two sides to an issue, it's important to represent multiple opinions and make sure that we're not sort of driving narrative.
After all, someone who helps a child or expresses any urge to help any number of children is defo a pedo boy. So, why not let everyone know that in no uncertain terms? Stupid submarine pedo boy.
I really want to clip just stupid submarine pedo boy and have that as our follower alert, but I won't.
I've got no room left on her neck. Already booked up with all the other things.
Okay. Last one for Daniel. We'd have a more informed public if people were presented with multiple sides to an issue.
All I can imagine is Elon Musk saying, "Say my name, say my name."
Oh, fucking beautiful. Right, I am going to I'm going to give the point. I'm going to do the opposite of what I did last time. So both of you are getting points, but Tom's getting slightly more points, which means we're exactly neck and neck again, 10 points each. Isn't this riveting? Yes, this was an extract from Elon Musk's Q&A with Twitter staff ahead of his eventual takeover, detailing how he would change the platform to better reflect his apparent freedom of speech views without tanking the whole thing in the process. His argument seems to be that anyone should say what they like on Twitter, and extremist views will naturally not be seen because people don't agree with them. Because as we all know on social media, the most extreme posts never go viral because they never get any engagement or attention, and only moderate middle of the road stuff fills up your news feeds. Good theory, Elon. Can't wait to see this fail. Our next game is cancelled this round.
What was that? Quickly say, this month has been so ridiculous and intense. I genuinely forgot that Elon Musk tried to buy Twitter.
I mean, he's still locked into the deal. He's just, I don't know how many of you have been following this. So, after making a huge thing, to try and make them accept the deal that they originally didn't want to do, He's now trying to back out of it because he's realised what a stupid idea that is. But the way that he's doing is trying to claim that he's been lied to about the number of bots on the platform, which doesn't matter because he signed a contract now, so he has to. And now that Bitcoin and like most crypto has crashed, he's having a really, really bad time. Like, it obviously won't hurt him in the long term because when you're that wealthy, you're going to get through anything. But it's really funny that it's literally the most stressful it could be for him right now, and I'm really enjoying it. Sorry if anyone was going to cancel Elon Musk, I've just ruined your bit, but here we are. This round lets each of our guests and captains nominate a person, place, thing, or abstract concept to be cancelled this month, and those of you watching on Twitch will be able to deliberate and vote on which one of them gets cancelled forever. And after that, nothing will really happen. We cancelled all comedians last time, and yet we're all still here, so take that how you will. Who should we go with? Let's start with Bobbie. Bobbie, who are you cancelling this month?
Okay, so I would like to cancel the anti-vaccination movement, all of it. That's what I want to do. Although, that being said, I do have some admiration for people who are anti-vaxxers because they do all of their own scientific research, which is admirable because none of them are scientifically qualified. And I find it quite inspirational, really, and it's motivated me to create a scientific study of my own, which is an investigation into the similarities between needles and anti-vaxxers. And this is my study. It's actually my granddad's funeral pamphlet. But let's just he didn't die of COVID. It was dementia, but that's too sad to be a joke. So let's just go with it. So, what do needles and anti-vaxxers have in common? Number one, they're both pricks. Number two, they can carry infectious diseases. Number three, you have to be careful you don't step on them in dark alleyways. Number four, they need to be placed in a special bin. And number five, they can prove dangerous if there is air inside of them.
Beautiful. Love that. Fantastic.
That's what I'm cancelling, yeah.
I like it. Good. So I want to start us off with. Tom, let's have you next. Who are you cancelling this month? It better not be vaccines.
I would like to cancel my subscription to my dad's mailing list, but like without hurting his feelings.
Is he watching this?
No.
Are you sure?
Well, it's just
making a very awkward phone call in a bit.
It's just like, well, I helped him set him up, and it's just a way for him to email everybody because he's, lazy and impersonal, but wants to pretend. It's lovely, really. And so, but now it's just like, it's lovely. Basically, we've managed to steadily radicalize my dad, which sounds like I've just shown him Bill and Ted, but he's just slowly learned his lesson about everything and is now taking back. He's now gone from pro-life to pro-choice, everything. But I'm like, this year's been so intense. I'm just fucking sick of it. I'm like, oh, this was a step of progress, and this was lovely the first time, but now, we get it. You were wrong. Fine. So that's why I would like to cancel my subscription to my dad's mailing list.
Fab. You can just do that.
No, because
does he test you on it?
No,
every time. Have you read it this time?
No, it's give you a quiz. Where if you cancel, it sends an email.
Oh, it notifies them.
Oh. And it's like, your firstborn son is cancelled from your musings. Like, oh, can't do that to the guy.
Yeah.
No, we can't do it. We made it horrible.
Can you make it so it goes into junk mail? Is that better?
No, because he might email me with something important one day. He never will, but he might. I just have to put up with it. Or we can cancel him.
Fucking wonderful. Sorry, I just got distracted because I had my window open and some children are just throwing dirt in there, so I'm closing it now. I have no idea what I've done.
Fresh from the 1400s.
So if anyone's cancelling my neighbour's kids, you've won. Right, who are we going with now? Let's have Leslie. Leslie, who are you cancelling this month?
So I would like to cancel this month the passage of time, but just very temporarily. Because I'm very tired. Everything's really tiring. And I think that I've been very, very careful with my wording. Because I originally thought I'd like to cancel everything, but then I feel like that is a monkey's paw sort of thing, and we would have another lockdown, and I do not think my mental health could take that. So I would like to, for everything, I basically think that if we could just cancel the passage of time, at a time that none of us notice. So in the middle of the night when we're all asleep, and then just time stops passing for a bit, and then we all just wake up in the morning going, oh, I'm so refreshed, I'm so rejuvenated, it just feels like I've been sleeping for ages, but it's only been 6 hours and we don't know. Because I think that would do everyone so much good, because I think that, just throughout the world, about 5 people who work for the Supreme Court would wake up and go, I was really tired, what did I do? I just think we all just need a good long rest, basically. But not in a lockdown way. My mental health, it can't do it.
No, fully on board with you there. Good one.
You're campaigning for a long rest because we all have empty spell slots. Is that your concern?
Fab. Okay, Daniel, who are you cancelling this month?
Well, this is going to sound quite controversial, to be honest, because I'm going to cancel the royal family. Now, I know that's probably going to make me about as popular as Prince Andrew at an all-girls school. But the fact of the matter is that my dad, God rest his soul, he got an MBE. And I'm not going to say which royal member actually said this to my dad, but my dad said he was that he's so grateful for having this. And this member of the royal family had actually said, "Where are you from, Mr. Innis?" And my dad said, "Huddersfield." "No, where are you really from?" That's classic, isn't it? It is that classic. But my dad, being the humorist that he is, he actually replied saying, "Well, it's a damn sight warmer than your family and your attitude." So it was one of those where it was tit for tat. But for me, the royal family, what do they do for us in the north? Sweet for call. So I just want to cancel the royal family because I think there's only one person and one person only that has been a true and loyal royal, and that is Her Majesty the Queen. The rest can just get stuffed and go to the Tower.
Love it. Yeah, no, I don't think there's anyone here who disagrees with you there. That's a good one. Okay, Sean, who are you cancelling this month?
I would like to cancel all outbound flights to Rwanda.
Okay, I mean, you've won. That's it.
No, there's no explanation. I'm just cancelling and crack on.
Yeah. I mean, no, you've absolutely played the system. I cannot not give you the points without being a prick. So well done.
I think you'll find the audience can't vote for Sean to win without being pricks.
Yeah, true. But I mean, so the way it works is I pick my favorite 3 because I can only have a maximum of 5 in the Twitch poll, and that just means making it obvious who's lost, and that feels mean. So
it's always
I pick the top 3, and then it will go to a vote. But yeah, I am very, very certain that will win.
Can I just say then, Johnny, if mine doesn't get voted to win, then all the viewers are racist. Just putting it out there.
Can't win. It's fine. We can cancel 2 people this Christmas. Fucking wonderful. Cool. Okay. And last but not least, although I don't know how you're going to top that, Eddie. Who are you cancelling this month?
I came at this from a very different, and by different I mean socially callous angle, apparently. But it's sort of some people might consider this to be two groups of people, but I see them as sort of two sides of the same dull coin. And it's people whose personality revolves around actively not liking the Beatles, and people and people alternately who feel that anytime anyone mentions any music at all, to say that's not as good as the Beatles. The Beatles aren't the only group. It's nothing to do with the Beatles, really, but the Beatles aren't the only group. Sometimes you can also have that for some reason. People do it with The Fall and also Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh, yeah.
Doing anything with Red Hot Chili Peppers apart from pressing skip is beyond me, but that's just how I feel about stuff. Sometimes you just don't want to hear. Yeah, sometimes you just don't want to hear a sex offender go ding ding ding. It's just sort of not really that much fun to me. But so again, not people who dislike the Beatles. There are many reasons to dislike them. Not people who really love the Beatles, because there are many reasons to really love them. People whose only musical position is one revolving around an extreme pole of Beatle fandom or dislike, because they are tedious.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
Now I'm thinking about it, I should have just said Red Hot Chili Peppers, but
yeah,
I'll remember for next time.
Red Hot Chili Peppers might give Rwanda a run for its money.
Perennial least favourites of mine, Red Hot Chili Peppers.
They're one of those. Oh,
sorry, you're going to look back at this and you're going to say, I don't ever want to feel like I did that way. No, that would have been better if I'd got the words right, wouldn't it? Still not great.
The Red Hot Chili Peppers are part of many bands who prove that if you just sing about fucking underage people, no one will prosecute you for it. Because, I mean, Red Hot Chili Peppers do it. Motley Crue openly talks about wanting to fuck 15-year-olds. And, like, they're fine. But, like, the people who didn't sing about it but did it in private, they're the ones who got caught. So, like, if you are going to nonce, just be open about it and you'll apparently be fine.
But if you leave it open enough to suggest
that without
that's the
tattoo. If you leave the lyrics open enough to interpretation that perhaps he's singing about an underage girl, or it could just be the city of Los Angeles, and I'm not 100% certain which it is. It could be either of them.
Excuse my naivety here. Did they actually sing about that?
Yeah. The Red Hot Chili Peppers have got songs that are openly about, like, his sexual encounters with
Is Scar Tissue one of them? Because I always felt like Scar Tissue sounded very.
I can only name you 3 Red Hot Chili Pepper songs, so I don't know, but probably
there's one called Catholic High School Girls Rule. That's literally one of them. I
can't tell if you're telling a joke or not.
No, that is one of them. That is one of them.
Yeah.
I've actually already got that tattooed on me.
I think that's a statement where context is absolutely key.
Absolutely no one just clip that.
If you want a real festival of twats, one of my old housemates went to see the Chili Peppers live in, like, years and years ago, and the support act was James Brown. And it's like the weirdest, most mismatched bills. And I think the other support act was Chicks on Speed. So, the most wibbly wobbly fucking bill in the world.
I saw the Red Hot Chili Peppers. I saw some of their headline show at a Leeds festival many years ago.
I think I was at that one.
And they sort of wandered on and did about 15 minutes of sort of idle jamming where they all just stood there with their eyes closed. And then the guitarist said these words, which is when I turned around and left. "Thank you for allowing us to be here to communicate our music to you."
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. Do you mean play? Is that what you mean? Do you mean play? Yeah.
I was at that. Well, that's when I left and went to see Newfound Glory.
Right, okay, I've put a poll in the Twitch chat now. I think it's very irrelevant, where I think we all know who's going to win that one. But I put it in there anyway. If anyone wants to out themselves as in favour of the Rwanda scheme, then you can reveal it there. But it's fine. I will know that in an ideal world we would cancel all 6 of these, but that's not how cancelling works. Damn it! It's a very delicate science. But we're going to take another break while you're voting for who to cancel this month, and while you're exercising Ricky Gervais's worst nightmare. Why not donate some funds our way to help us pay all these wonderful comedians? Everything you donate tonight via the PayPal link will be split between them, or you can also subscribe to our Patreon. And if we get 1,000 of you before the end of the week, we will just make a bid to buy Netflix, so they stop releasing Ricky Gervais and Dave Chappelle specials every other fortnight. I imagine that would take a lot more than 1,000 patrons. I assume that Netflix will cost more than $2,000, but I mean, the way they're going in a minute, maybe not. But yeah, let's have a look at what you're doing in the chat. Iggy Pop did one better. He slept with Sable when she was 13, and he still got a gig as DJ at BBC Six Music. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
Can we just quickly say that better is not the word?
No, you're right.
Award for most improved nonce goes to Iggy Pop.
Yeah, to be fair, like, he did sleep with a 13-year-old, but like last week he was just like 7, 8. Like he's getting better.
Just boxing Fibonacci sequence.
Sam Lorien said, glad to see Eddie shares my hatred of Red Hot Chili Peppers. I don't think Red Hot Chili Peppers fans like Red Hot Chili Peppers, to be quite honest with you.
No.
Everyone I know who likes Red Hot Chili Peppers music hates the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
I think they've made their bed and now they're just insisting on lying in it because they heard Give It Away and went, oh, it's kind of fun. Oh, it's okay. Oh, you're all right. And then just went, oh no, I've bought the hoodie now.
Yeah. See, I was really smug that I never liked Lost Prophets when all that stuff came out, but then I realized. But then I realised I quite liked that Hoobastank song that actually featured Ian Watkins as guest vocals. So I can't talk apparently. And I also quite liked "Do What You Want" by Lady Gaga featuring R. Kelly. So I am not immune from this either. Although she's now recorded that with Christina Aguilera, which is a much better version. So fair play.
I have signed Lost Prophets CDs in my house.
I mean, to be fair, I'm not surprised. You can't really sell them.
No, exactly.
Right. They will be worth a fortune to the wrong kind of collector.
Oh, absolutely.
Give it like a century or so. Once we're all long dead, it might be a collector's item.
Oh, true crime memorabilia for my descendants. My sister was a big fan when they were, when they started out. And so she had all these, and then she clearly put them in my CD collection. Right, we'll get rid of those, and then so now I'm just there like, oh yeah, I've got all my brilliant signed CDs, thanks.
I think them coming back to prominence is you've got as much chance of the BBC playing reruns of Jim Will Fix It, haven't you? It's like it's not going to happen, is it?
With the Chili's, the favorite thing I've ever heard about them is my brother's a professional bassist, and they came on the radio, and he just said, "Oh fucking hell! I hope it's as hard to play as it is to listen to," and changed the channel.
What was I looking at? Sophie Bissazania says, I hope I don't get in trouble for voting something else, as I have no idea what the Rwanda flight thing is, as I've not looked at the news. That's fair. Basically, Priti Patel has decided to send all refugees from Ukraine to Rwanda, which has appalling human rights records, and that is all we are really doing to support Ukraine at the minute. So yeah, that's why that's if anyone's talking about the Rwanda thing, that is what it is. And yeah, I'm jesting. If you vote for something else, I'm not going to assume that you're in favour of the Rwanda flights. It's fine, don't worry. And the Rwanda flights have won, and the other two were a tie. So I guess that means it is. So who's on what team? So we got 5 points for Bobbie's team and 1 point for Tom's team. Lovely.
Yes.
When that Rwanda story broke, I was gigging with a comedian who said he didn't see what the problem was because Rwanda's got a great hotel.
Fucking hell.
It's like
just the one.
Yeah.
A single lovely hotel.
Single great hotel.
Named after the film as well.
Oh, it's not even a fucking Travelodge. I'm not interested.
So I was scribbling earlier. I did a couple of tattoo designs. Do you want to see?
Oh yeah, please do.
All right.
Please show.
So the first one is. I can't wait.
It's a little bit.
Is it backwards? I can't tell.
No. It will be backwards for you, but it's
okay. No, there it is. So it says, "Let me see that thong, baby. That thong."
Oh, I love it.
So that's one, and then the other one just says, "What does it say?" Oh yeah, it just says, "Whoa, Stan's got no room left on her neck."
Oh.
Fucking beautiful.
So there we go. That's what I was doing earlier. If it looked like I wasn't paying attention, I was, but I just also decided to do some useless shit.
Yeah.
I would like the thong one, not as a tattoo, but like printed on a massive pair of like full briefs.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Just ironic, just period hands, like, let me see that thong. Well, you'll have to wait about 10 business days because I've got polycystic ovaries and that shit's not regular. So
I love that you say business days as if like periods just take weekends and bank holidays off.
Yeah, well, I wish it would. I'm trying to have a sex life.
So I'm not feeling great today. I'm currently on time and a half.
Crowdfund more 3193 says crowdfund buying a perfectly detailed effigy of Ricky Gervais so we can yell at him and make him feel guilty for once in his life. I feel like that wouldn't make him feel that guilty. I think we would just spend a lot of money on a Ricky Gervais effigy and then regret it. So I like the idea, but I'm going to pass on that.
I have to say, I was super impressed with one aspect of Ricky Gervais. I only saw like a little clip of the most recent one. One aspect I was super impressed with. He tells a joke, and then he
does. What the fuck?
It fulfills the. But he tells this joke, right? He does a joke, and then he explains to the audience how that joke worked, and how the rest of the jokes are going to work for the rest of the evening. I didn't know we could just spell it out for him and go, by the way, that shape of words I just did, I'm going to be doing that a lot. If you could laugh at the end of all of them. We're going to get on just fine.
Like a Penn and Teller. Like when they're explaining the cup and ball trick.
Yeah. I mean, he's basically he's. But I mean, it's a level of meta I hadn't credited him with before. But yeah, he just explains how all of his jokes are going to do. Then he tells the same joke again, and then goes, "Oh, see, I just did it."
But isn't that kind of what Hannah Gadsby did with Nanette, except not horrible?
Absolutely not. I can't imagine for a single second that that's what she did. No. I think
what Hannah Gadsby did was fucking brilliant.
Yeah, incredible. But I just mean, like, it's like sounds like the shit version of that, where like she knows how jokes work. She explained it. Yeah. Taking that and making it.
Yeah.
I only saw that. Yeah. No, I think it. Well, he keeps on misusing the word ironic as well. He goes, no, I did that, but it was ironic. You go, it wasn't. Yeah, there was really. I was like, wow, I didn't know you could.
Find that Afterlife is also a masterpiece. I love watching fully grown men say cunt to children.
My favorite bit of Afterlife is just a room full of people. A really capable comic actor then walks into the room and says to Ricky Gervais, "I believe this thing," and then sits down quietly to be told why they're incorrect for a full 5 minutes uninterrupted, and then they move on to the next scene where a different thing happens, or maybe he's near a dog. I don't know. It's just dreadful.
I work in a coffee shop as my day job, and we recently had someone new start who found out that I did comedy and just would come up to me and just go, "Oh, I just really like really dark things. Like I just really like sort of like raw comedy." And then because I live in North London, we get lots of sort of quite successful people in. So someone who apparently is in Afterlife, I haven't seen it, came in, and this guy's like, "Oh, that guy's in Afterlife. I love that. I love Ricky Gervais." And I'm like, "Please," and he has since left, and I'm really happy.
Yeah, this is why I only come out to selected people at work about comedy and my sexuality. Because I've learnt my lesson the hard way when I worked in an office. and I would have a man whose highest idea of wit and comedy was Peep Show and Alan Partridge. They're both good.
Yeah, they're both great.
But too much of one thing points to a particular type of person.
Yeah, no, I get that. It's like on dating apps, if you speak to people and they're like, I love BoJack Horseman, I love It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. It's like, I love both of these things, but please stay away from me.
Yeah.
I'm allowed to.
Yeah, it's like I like bits of Peep Show, I like bits of Alan Partridge, but when it's like you start to model your personality after the people in those comedies unironically, and I am using the word correctly, it's like it's bad.
Just like Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
And every era has one. Like it used to be Ron Swanson in Parks and Rec.
But at least, I mean, but it's not as bad, I guess, as people wanting to be Dennis Reynolds from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, who's a full-on psychopath.
Yeah. And again, if your enjoyment of It's Always Sunny comes from like, these guys sound like a laugh, you're not.
Yeah, I want to hang out with them.
That's not the point of
Squad goals.
yeah, exactly. There's been lots of stuff in the chat that I've completely missed. Where are we? The storylines in the news have been a bit far-fetched recently, says Grey the Earthling. Yeah, no, you're right. Especially the last few seasons. Yep. What else have we got? The Brexit thing lasted for too long and didn't really go anywhere. Although they seem to be setting up a thing with Ireland. But, well, that's spoilers for the next show, I guess. And it's like they don't even finish one storyline before they start the next one. Yeah, that's exactly how the news narrative works. I like it. Lovely. I'm going to get another drink and then we'll crack on with the show when everyone's back.
How's everybody feeling?
I'm having a lovely time. You?
Hi, Grant.
Good. All good, thank you. Sorry for just coughing then. I remember the days where people used to actually cough to stifle a fart. It's the other way around now, isn't it?
My God.
Just farting with pride.
Yeah, just so. No, it's not COVID.
If the next COVID variant is spread via flatulence, then everyone in my life is getting it. That's all.
How close to shitting yourself are you willing to get to stifle a cough?
Very close.
The thing is, I say that as a joke. I don't release wind around people. Like family, I will, but I will put myself in pain and make myself incredibly bloated if I'm spending the whole day with somebody. I will not break wind around them. I just can't.
It's just easy to blame somebody else.
But if it's just the two of you.
I've recently had this sort of issue.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't mind doing it. Like, me and Kat are at that point in our relationship where we can't smell each other's farts anymore. So.
Oh, my God.
That sounds like you need to do some laundry, like maybe change your sheets.
Open a window, just half an hour. You'll be amazed at the difference.
Or if no one else is coming here, I don't need to smell.
Just go outside.
It's marking my territory. Shitting on the two-face.
Oh, God.
Well, what we meant to do, there's no toilet roll in KFC.
Is that?
Yeah.
A beaver took it.
Now I have to wipe my ass with this beaver.
Next time someone comes over and I'm out of toilet roll, that's my excuse.
Fantastic. Right, let's crack on with the show. Our next round is a great debate. It's all well and good laughing and joking about the news, but we want to actually engage your political brains as well. And as such, every month we invite 6 public figures or politicians or experts and often fictional characters onto the stream to debate one of the hot news controversies of the month. This month we're going to be talking about the recent rail strikes, and we are joined by Bobbie, who is Thomas the Tank Engine, Tom, who is Keir Starmer, Leslie, who is a commuter, Daniel, who is the CEO of Northern Trains, Sean, who is Boris Johnson. Why do I always make the Scousers play Boris Johnson? I'm so sorry. And Eddie, who is Mick Lynch. Yeah. So thank you all for joining us. Obviously, we are in the middle of some of the biggest strike action the railway has seen in decades. So just for like opening statements, everyone, we'll start with we'll start with Mick Lynch. So first of all, like I mean, the opening question is: do you support the strikes? Obviously, you do, but tell us why. What are you striking for? Take us through that.
Want to go on a little train journey, do you? Oh, no. Gonna be a lot more difficult than you think, Sunshine. Because the way I see it here, me and my lot, getting a little bit hungry, getting a little bit cold, getting a little bit difficult to pay the old mortgage. You know what I mean, my friend? So, tell you what, we'll have a couple of days off and you have a think about maybe doing right by us. All right now, China? Yeah.
Oh, beautiful. Love it. Okay, eloquently put. And now I am terrified and mildly aroused.
I was
all a part of the plan.
Why did I find that quite
irregular? We are both reprobates, Bobby. That's why. Okay, well, let's hear the other side of that. We've got the CEO of Northern Trains, who I couldn't find the name of, so I'm just going to pretend it's Daniel. Daniel, why do you not support these strikes? Why haven't you been able to come to an agreement? What's your view on this entire situation?
Well, if I'm going to threaten you with the fact that if we are going to strike, or if you are going to strike, you thought the trains were late already. Now you've got a West Indian in China. You're going to be on West Indian time, and that'll be some shit going on there. They'll always be late. They'll be fucking late all the time. All I'm saying is, if we don't strike, you can smoke all the weed you want on the train. All the pimps can go on the train for nothing. And everyone will have their lovely time. Thank you. Booyakaka.
Oh, fucking hell. I did not know these characters at all beforehand. I'm learning a lot of things. Thank you. Okay, right. Okay, let's move to the more political sides of this then. We've got the leader of the opposition, Keir Starmer. Keir, what are your views on the strikes? Are you in favour of them being the party of the unions? Or do you think this is maybe a misguided step? What are your thoughts?
I am in favour of unions and support actions. So I am suggesting that we strike on the strikes.
Are you reading off an auto cue there, Mr. Starmer?
Yes, strike on the strike.
Okay, brilliant. Okay, maybe one time when we have Keir Starmer on, he will say something with substance. And we've got Prime Minister Boris Johnson, but who knows for how much longer? What's your opinion on these strikes? Do you think the railway networks companies could be doing more to support the workers, or do you think that the unions are making a big fuss over nothing? How do you feel about this?
I would like to say I agree with Boris Johnson there. I believe that we should tax the working class just 2% less than that. Get better in it.
It is objectively better, but I still feel dirty for supporting you. Okay, well, we've heard from the parties involved in the strike action. We've heard from the politicians. Now let's hear from people who may be impacted by these strikes. We've got Leslie, who is a professional commuter. I don't know what she does, but she commutes. So tell us how this strike action is affecting you. Do you support it? Or go on. What do you think?
I need to get to work. Do you know when the next train is?
I'm not sure. Possibly July.
Oh.
Sorry, did you line just call me?
I mean, Leslie, I can't tell you when it's going to be, but I can tell you who it's going to be. Do you know?
Can you take me? Can you take me? Can we be friends?
Absolutely.
I will be friends with you, everyman commuter.
Thomas, you better not be thinking about moving. I've already put James and Edward back in their sheds, the dirty little scabs. I thought we had an understanding, sunshine. So how's about you cool down your coals? We'll have a nice little talk about it later, eh? That's right. You know it makes sense.
It's for the public, Nick. Like you.
It's really
Same.
All I can say to this is, Jobber!
Okay, I mean, I was going to ask Thomas the Tank Engine to speak next, but I feel like they might be a little bit thrown by that. So
no, Thomas is always ready to go full steam ahead.
Is he right? Well,
you might not know this, everybody, but I've always been in the union. You know, I've always been a union train, and back in the 90s, as BoJack Horseman once famously said, I wasn't a very famous TV show, and they really ground us into the tracks. They really did, and ever since then, me and my comrades, or comrails as we call ourselves, we've been striking and protesting everywhere across the country, around Tidmouth sheds and far away. We've been going everywhere. So in my little group, little strike action group, you've got me. I'm Thomas. I'm the cheeky one. You've got James, who's vain, but he's a lot of fun. You got Emily, she really knows her stuff. You've got Gordon, who thunders down the line. You've got Percy, who delivers the mail on time, regardless of what management say. He's always on time. And you've got Edward, who likes to help and share the wealth, and you've also got Toby as well. We don't talk about him anymore. He used to be a square and now he's a scab. But we've always been a very, very helpful crew, and I completely agree with these strikes. I really do.
Even the fat controller's looking kind of lean these days. The numbers just aren't adding up. So until we get a bit more and he can line his stomach a little bit more, no one's going anywhere.
I completely agree.
Sometimes I'm really glad that we're not really big enough for people to make fan fiction about us yet, because there would be some horrific stuff out of this.
I might be
already.
Fucking hell. If anyone is writing, please do send it to us and we will read it out on another stream.
I mean, we are going to end up on Pornhub tonight, so.
Yeah, we're already there. Might as well make the most of it. Make most of our new platform. Sappy Business is straight in there. I will do it. How did I know that would be you?
Just type in Lynch Core.
Oh, fucking hell. But everyone's had their opening statements now. So just kind of open question on the subject of the strikes. Is it fair that rail staff have faced a real terms pay cut for several years running? And indeed all staff, but specifically rail staff for now. What's I guess specifically for the politicians, but anyone who wants to chip in, please do feel free.
Thanks up, bum boys.
The Labour Party does not agree with the phrase tank top bum boys. We know that they prefer to be called something much worse, quite frankly. But we think that the rail workers should be getting a fair price, and that fair price should then go to us and our private investors who help the Labour Party be such a public supporting organisation.
Wow, I am falling asleep at the sound of Keir Starmer's voice. So I'm going to move on to the next question unless anyone has anything to add.
It's like ASMR, but for if you just want to listen to a twat.
Okay, well, so I guess this one's more for the kind of commuters and the trains and the staff. Have the layoffs and reduced pay hindered the railway service you're able to provide and your workload?
I got to London, but does anyone know how I get to Tottenham Court Road from Paddington? My phone's dead.
There's tube strikes as well, aren't they, coming up? Fuck.
You get it by committing to the cause. You get there by towing the line, and if you see a picket, you're going to have to go a long way around to not cross it, I'm afraid.
I just want to get home on time.
We all do, but some of us can't afford our homes because we've been helping everyone get to work, helping everyone get back, helping your auntie get to your sister's wedding. Oh, we've helped you go to the races. We've helped you on going out, having a nice time. What do we get? Nothing. Well, there's a new character in town now. Dan. Sorry, that's my union dog. I've trained him to hunt down and devour scabs. That's why everyone agreed to do this strike. I've got a pack of dogs. I'm Mick Lynch.
Who let the dogs out?
Me. I let the dogs out.
I'm oddly comforted by Citizen Mick Lynch. No, same. It's kind of, yeah, it's warming. I'm into it. Confidence a word. Okay, then. So I guess open to everyone then. What would be the best outcome for both parties here? What do you want out of these strikes? And what do you want?
Yes.
Yeah.
12 more years.
We would also like 12 more years of Boris Johnson.
Want everyone who's in a union to strike all at once and then see what happens.
That's what I'm saying.
I will dance merrily through the chaos with my three-headed union dog. Screaming, look at the world you wrought. Capitalism, thy day is over.
Well, I mean, back in the day, people were striking all the time, even in the children's television industry. You know, you had Rosie and Jim. They chained themselves to the canal boat. Brum clamped down his own tyres. You know, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles led a reactionary group, the Teenage Mutiny Ninja Turtles. It was happening all the time. Why can't it happen now?
Why can't it happen now? That's the message you want to leave.
Well, I'll tell you why. The 2017 Trade Union Act brought in by the Tories.
Fuck's sake.
Yeah.
What have you got to say for yourself, Boris?
Well, I'll tell you what, as a CEO, if you strike, I'm going to threaten you all with an old advert with Jimmy Savile saying, let the train take the strain. And we all know where that led.
Well, just to speak on behalf of Thomas and friends, we all knew what was wrong, but at that point, we didn't have speech. Couldn't say anything.
Back in the good old days when Ringo Starr spoke for all of us.
Well, okay.
I bet the Reverend Audrey never envisioned this when he wrote his books about choo-choo trains, did he?
I think this is exactly what he envisioned.
Maybe he did, maybe.
Okay, well, we'll finish up then. Final question. What would be an ideal model for the rail service and staff moving forward? Open to the panel.
Huge anthropomorphic faces.
That is where we go. That's what the strikes are for.
Everyone taken to work in a tuk-tuk by an elected Tory official.
It was like I was on a train then as well, wasn't it?
Which train are you on? They shouldn't be moving at all. Let me know who they are. I'll cut them.
Oh, fuck. Okay, I'm going to... Oh, go on.
I was just going to say that as leader of the Labour Party, I believe that the best way forward is to change absolutely nothing and go back to normal. Status quo. Status quo.
Rubber bands are available.
Down, deeper and down.
Not the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
No.
They're bad as well. Listen to Thomas and Friends, now on Spotify.
The one
Thomas and Friends covering Red. Sorry. just Thomas and Friends cover album Red Hot Chili Peppers songs.
Yeah. The strike version of Can't Stop is Will Stop.
And that's my problem.
Under the Bridge is where we're not allowed to go.
Okay, I think no one's going to object if I give the points to Eddie there, but I'm going to give the runner-up points to Bobbie for the Thomas Tank Engine betrayal there. And you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to give bonus points to both Boris and Keir Starmer because I think they did really good portrayals of them. It makes no difference because it's one bonus point each, so the positions do not change based on that. But all of you can have bonus points. It's still the same position, and I just want you to all know you did a good job, and I value you as co-workers.
I love the imagery we got of Mick Lynch as like this champion of the winter of discontent. Just riding the tidal wave of bin bags not taken out, just free dogs.
Safi Bistasani has just said, as I'm writing this fix now, am I still doing it on the strikes as part of the thing? You can do it. It's fan fiction. You can take as much creative license with it as you want. I will not tell you how to frame your creativity. Don't you worry.
What's the name again for when someone self-inserts in a fan fiction?
Oh, I forgot. It's not OC. No, that's something different.
No, it's like
I don't know.
Is it like Mary Jane or something? No, it's something. There's some.
Mary Sue.
Mary Sue. Yeah. Anyway, please put one of those in your fanfic.
Oh God, I both cannot wait, and I'm also terrified of reading this. Our final round. Oh yeah, scores at the end of that. So at the end of that round, Bobbie's. What?
Yeah, Daniel's dropped out again.
Oh no. Well, while we're,
I'm enjoying my new life as Tom.
I am now Daniel.
Would you agree?
I'm still Bobbie. That's not fair. Time with somebody else.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it was nice while it lasted.
At the end of that round, Bobbie's team are in the lead on 18 points, but Tom's team won 17, so it is still very close. Oh, fucking everything to play for.
My team in the lead? Excuse me?
I know.
Whoa.
Yay!
So don't fuck it up now.
That never happens.
I'm proud.
Final round is if you don't laugh at these, I will cry. This round is a free-for-all gag contest where we'll be providing the guests with topics for them to riff on. Points go to the funniest, and at the end of the round, the winning team will be able to tell everyone that they won a poorly run arbitrary competition for topical jokes that will be irrelevant before their next gig. So we're going to start with is everyone back? Yeah, I'm not actually looking. Cool. Yep, we're all good. All good. Cool. Okay.
What's the burp to cover up?
First one is things you wouldn't see on Rupert Murdoch's Tinder profile. I put Tider instead of Tinder in the document. I do apologize. I assume you got what I meant. Also, for context, I had a joke at the beginning about how Rupert Murdoch was getting divorced, but I cut that one out. So that's the context. That's all you need to know.
Don't worry, ladies.
Hack your phone to find out.
Like three of you started talking at once. Eddie, you go first. That's all right.
Don't worry, ladies. I so eat the pussy.
And just like that, I am no longer attracted to Eddie. It's fine.
I'll get rid of them all in the end.
Oh, I'm still here. Don't worry.
Tom, go on.
Well, anything you don't tell me on the first date, I will be able to find out by hacking your phone.
The full lyrics to Scatman by Scatman John.
I would swipe right on that if anyone did that on anything.
In search of woman who's willing to chew my food for me.
Oh.
G'day, mate. My name's Rupert. I'm going to put my shrimp in your barbie.
Oh.
Slide into my DMs and I'll slide into your VMs.
Looking for companion to share eternity with as I walk abroad in the world of men, sowing unrest and division.
Looking for a woman to obey the terms of a super injunction.
This is a fish I met while I was fishing.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those.
Also the Tinder fish man.
Go on, yeah, absolutely.
Rupert Murdoch, more like Rupert More Dick, am I right? Like, yeah.
I like you went for more dick and not more cock, even though that rhymes.
Nah,
I'm happy with the way you went with it.
Yeah, no, I enjoy it.
I'm not a common whore.
I just want more
My
dick.
brain went to a horrible place and I got Murdocking.
Oh.
Let me be the news of your world, baby.
Also, thank you to the new follower. I can't see who that is, but appreciate it.
This is a picture of a car, not me. I'm not a car.
Can I put "I'm not a car" on my dating profile?
Sure, yeah.
Just to
Well,
clarify.
I put it on my neck. So.
I'm not a car. I'm a human being.
I'm the one in the middle.
Him and two of his really hot friends.
Two of his really hot fish.
Freshly grilled.
Hey.
I'm the one on the right. Wait, what?
Hey, call me Roops.
Rupert, call me Rupert Murdoch.
Oh, that's his YouTube channel, isn't it?
According to Roops.
Okay, any more for that one? I will assume that's a no. Okay, next one. Bad things to hear at an Amazon warehouse.
I mean, just general bits of bad news. Just bad to hear that anywhere.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
You're going to remember where you were.
Colleague announcement. We've run out of extra large boxes. Please use the extra large boxes for everything. Thank you.
Just wait.
Observational humor on Blizzard comment.
Just
Just
wait.
call me Mux Saturday night.
Michael Muxentire.
What do you mean Jeff Bezos has to take his forklift truck driver's license through Universal Credit?
Look out, guys. Murdoch's here and he's looking to eat the pussy. Oh, Roops is in the house. Roops is in the heart.
Hey, you just remind me of a younger version of myself, and you look and it's Jeff Bezos.
Oh, no.
This is a staff announcement. Can all employees only empty their piss bottles into the latrine once every 48-hour shift? As it is
A bad thing to hear at an Amazon warehouse is what happened to the last person who suggested unionization. Deeply upsetting.
Hey, have you heard that Amazon are on about bringing out a new part of the company that tailors specifically to monkeys? It's Amazon Primate. Yay.
The fire alarm. You probably have to work through it. Yeah.
Just
Alexa, play Thong Song by Cisco.
that's a great thing to hear in there.
Apologies to everyone who just set off there.
Just people saying mean things about you because, you know, life is hard enough. You know, you're just working a job where like you're not doing it for the passions, it's for money, right? And you're just there and you're just doing this job and you're just surrounded by people and you don't really get along with them. They don't really matter to you. You have a very sort of rich sort of personal life and you're just doing this to, as your day job, but you're trying to get along with everyone. You're just really trying. And then you just hear people say bad things about you and you just realize all your efforts have been futile.
Yeah.
It's a bad thing to hear anywhere.
A faulty bop it.
What a lovely contrast between those two answers. Okay, any more for that one?
Like the thumping beat of a heartbeat underneath the floorboards, but it's actually like one of those cardboard flappy bits.
No. That just makes me think of the diorama from the Telltale Heart episode of Simpsons.
Yeah.
Tom has just created the alternate version, the Telltale Flap, which is...
Or as we like to call it, the clitoris.
It's thumping.
Oh, it do be thumping. Right on the warehouse grounds.
Any more for that one?
The Telltale app is actually Rupert Murdoch's name on Tinder.
Okay, next one. Things you didn't see at Glastonbury.
Lana Del Rey.
Yeah, I mean, if I was giving you points for accuracy, you'd be flat.
The Dave Mustaine and gossip supergroup Megabeth.
I would love to see that.
It'd be good. I'd enjoy it.
Yeah.
The ancient ritual where they gather up a bunch of middle-class hippies and put them into a giant wicker man to ensure rain and a good harvest.
In hell.
Kendrick Lamar singing.
Close-ups of Diana Ross.
Daniel, were you trying to say something? Yeah.
Kendrick Lamar singing anything decent or coherent.
Oh dear.
Anything. I wasn't there.
Again, points for accuracy.
Some proper music with a nice tune you could remember, actually, I think.
Like, take some music that I just actually care about. Like, oh, I don't like this. Good, fuck off. I don't care. Music's subjective. Shit off.
Something you didn't see at Glastonbury. A cool flag.
I'm surprised no one's just said the rest of the Beatles yet.
Oh.
Or for me, Paul McCartney, because I wasn't there, but I would have loved to have been.
One of them was on a video.
Yeah, but it's not being there, is it?
No. I mean, Paul McCartney had John Lennon on a video.
Did he? I don't know. I wasn't there.
No.
John,
to be fair, like it was also broadcast, but I don't have a TV license, so
yeah, but it's not the same as Also, Bruce Springsteen apparently, but I wasn't there.
And Dave Grohl was there as well, wasn't he?
Was he?
Yeah.
I wouldn't know.
I mean, I want to draw your attention to the things you didn't.
We didn't
in that case,
see the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
No, we didn't. Fucking good.
Yeah. Like, no one saw a bunch of like porta potties like stacked up like Tetris blocks.
We didn't see the real reason why Chris Lowe was late to the stage. And that's because he had to stay late at the pet shop to finish off an anal gland extraction on a Labradoodle.
Oh, God.
Oh, all of us doing our cool original new dance. Ty's come up with a part of the dance. Going in.
You didn't get to see the hot new band in town, Roops and the Pussy Eaters. I hear they slap.
I actually thought they were called Roops and the Amazonians.
They've had lineup changes. It's a mess. It's really tumultuous, but you can't fault the craft.
Canon will.
Cisco finally headlining the Pyramid stage as he's been wanting to do forever.
Just so scandalous.
Some of you may I'm going to bring a friend out now. Some of you might recognize him, but hey, Cisco, you're going to come out now all night long.
Sean, I think you were going to say something.
I want to see really bad.
I missed it.
Yeah, things we didn't see at Glastonbury. We didn't see little Amal totally off her face on ketamine, taking a dump on the pyramid stage because she didn't know her arse from her elbow.
Yeah, but Sean Elbow was there.
I don't want to sound like a conspiracy theorist, but we've never known who actually built the pyramid stage.
Oh, my God.
Okay, that was a good one. Any more for that one?
Well, no, we have some theories about who built the pyramid stage. It's sort of an ancient, prehistoric collection of people. I think there's the Southwest.
Okay, last one. Poor Tory campaign slogans. If someone says something about Rupert Murdoch eating pussy, I will end the stream immediately.
You can just use my name. It's fine. I know you mean me. I have actually written one. I will delete that. Okay.
No, go on. Go for it.
Oh, like Murdoch, we eat the pussy.
They also definitely don't.
Vote for us because the infringements on your rights will affect brown people more.
Hey, my name is Boris Johnson. I'm here to eat ass and eat the poor, and I'm all out of ass.
Guys, bear with me. The entire lyrics to Smooth by Santana featuring Rob Thomas.
Oh.
Just like the ocean.
I'm pretty sure
Under the moon.
I'm pretty sure Theresa May did that one year.
Is it just the lyrics to the notorious song "It Wasn't Me" by Shaggy?
No, Mr. Boombastic.
Was it Mr. Bombastic? No. It was Shaggy.
Yeah, it was Shaggy.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Tories. We're not all bad. Your dad probably won, and you don't think he's a twat.
Thinking of voting Labour? Conservative got a better idea.
You sank the entire Tory party with that joke. If people hear that, I think it's legit.
I would hate to be the Tory party right now. We got murked.
But the pussy eaters.
Murked and the pussy eaters, yeah. The lineup changes keep coming.
Bad slogans, we could say, you know what? You've got a choice. Priti Patel, Ian Duncan Smith, John Major, Back to the Future.
The Tory party. We're blue. Dabba-dee.
Oh, brilliant.
The Conservative Party. It's not the 50s, but we'll give it a shot.
Snap, crackle, pop. It's not theirs, is it? It's Rice Krispies.
Very
You can't use it.
Yeah, again, you're right.
Thought they were all new cabinet ministers, to be honest.
Washing machines live longer with the Conservatives.
Tom.
What's in your wallet? Probably lots of money because you're a Tory.
Beans means the Conservative Party.
Hey.
God, let's... Sorry.
Thinking of voting Tory, here are some other cool, hip, relevant cats who vote Tory. John Cleese. Michael Palin, probably.
Still.
Just
that Corbyn, eh?
Just in case anyone wants to sue us for libel, I do want to clarify. As far as I'm aware, John Cleese has always voted Lib Dem because, yes, he is that boring.
God, hasn't even got the balls to be an all-out bigot, has he? Jesus Christ.
No, he doesn't.
Would you respect more if he was an all-out bigot, just wholly to his guns?
Okay, any more for that? No, okay. Well,
We're all
I will
together, but that was an actual one they had.
Yeah, it was. Okay, I will.
Musical.
Okay, I will calculate the final scores. So talk amongst yourselves for a moment.
Well, we need some supermarket music.
Hello.
Hi.
So what has everybody learned today? Like, just imagine an acoustic guitar in your head like it's the end of Scrubs. And
We've all learned a lesson.
I learned that improv is hard.
So difficult.
It is hard. However, the rewards are really, really low as well. So
But if you do really well, you might become friends with an impressionist.
maybe.
I learned that an ocarina is a wind instrument.
It is.
Or, if you will, a windstrument.
Okay, I've got the final scores. I need to send them to Sam, don't I? Yeah, let's do that. Yeah. It'd be useful if you knew them, wouldn't it?
Was that the music from Deliverance?
No, Scrubs.
Oh.
What is Scrubs if not hospital deliverance?
Okay, right. I've sent the scores to Sam. So while she's getting them up, just again want to say a huge thank you to everyone who is watching, especially if you're still watching after the shambles that was all of our shows.
You call it a shambles. We call it an appreciation of 90s music.
Yeah, appreciation of 90s music and
sparkling political satire.
Yeah. And jokes about Rupert Murdoch eating pussy.
Yeah.
Not jokes, facts.
And cool new nicknames.
Especially if you're one of our many Patreon supporters. Huge thank you to our team captains and guests, and a massive thank you for Sam for producing these shows consistently over the last, 50 years. And again, if you have enjoyed the show, you can subscribe to our Patreon, donate to our PayPal, subscribe and cheer on Twitch. We stream usually twice a month, although I am trying to do some more intermittent gaming streams and stuff as well. But we've got this show, which is the last Monday of every month, and we also stream our recorded live gigs on the week after they are performed. You can still watch the last one, actually. That's still up for another 7 days on Twitch. So if you've got nothing to do after this and you want to watch a fantastic lineup of comedians, including the fantastic Rachel Krieger and host Sam Serrano, you can still watch that on Twitch for another 7 days. After that, it will be gone forever. So if you do want to watch it, that's the time you've got to do it, and that can be watched right here on twitch.tv/Blizzard Comedy. Let me put some links in the chat for you to follow us and give us money, because we really need it. Please, thank you.
Life is so expensive now.
It is. Right, okay. Ready for the final scores. Okay, so at the end of the show, Bobbie's team on 29 points and Tom's team just snatched it with 34 points. If I decided to dock points for every Murdoch eating pussy one, then Bobbie's team would have won in a landslide. But
you didn't.
No, I didn't. Yeah, I'm regretting that decision already.
Sorry, I should have Ricky Gervais that. What I'm going to do is make the same joke several times, and that's called a callback, which makes it funnier. I've covered it now. I've put the clause in.
Okay, Tom's team finished on minus 17 points, and Bobbie's team. Right, I'm going to get you the ticket link for the next live show with our own Tom B and Andrew Marsh, aka Balthazar Duck. So I'm just going to pop that in the chat now for anyone who wants to book it. It is free to book. Fun. Yeah, it'll be fun. It is free to book, but please do reserve a ticket, because we have been selling out quite a lot recently, and I mean selling out in the literal sense, not in the fact that we're all Tories now.
Is that real big fish we're singing about?
I think it was, yeah. There'll be no virtual version of this show, but if you can't make it, I'm sure. That you heard Tom already that they are planning on touring instead of doing Edinburgh, so you may go get to see them nearby you as well. And join us back here on the 25th of July with team captains Katie Mitchell and Tom B, with guests Cameron Sinclair Harris, Kitty Messalina, Ross Ballinger, and Tony Wright, where we'll be discussing the major events of July 2022, including Queen Elizabeth II asking whether she's able to abort her second son in the 250th trimester. Elon Musk declares making fun of Elon Musk on Twitter an executable offence, and Rowan Atkinson re-releases all episodes of Mr. Bean with the N-word dubbed over every other line to make a point about cancel culture or something. I don't fucking know. See you next month. Bye.
Bastard.